It's episode 12. This is the third hole. It's me and my buddy
Jason Eagle. What up?
Jason Eagle. A way better last name than mine, but my
Yeah.
name still goes first. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
And as you can tell, the sound is going to be a lot better than the last episode. That was a little goofy.
Hopefully.
We're knocking out some kinks, and all you guys are kind of part of that process. So just be, just be happy for the ride.
So now Dom and I can actually talk
We can
and not
conversate
have to
clearly.
move in and out together.
Yeah, I don't have to I don't have to try super hard to get it. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try. Well, I have to try super hard to fucking stay right here, but I think I can do it.
Okay.
I think I can do it.
You got a bit of ADD,
I have a little bit of ADHD actually.
ADHD.
I was talking to a buddy of mine at work, and I was telling him about how I used to have a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Only because I was so hyper that my mom, as a single parent with 3 kids, was just freaking out. She's like, I don't have time to fucking figure you out. So maybe this Australian dude who lived in California for a while totally can. Dr. Callanan.
Callanan.
Yeah, Callanan.
Here?
Yeah, actually, no. I think I think here. Yeah.
That's my sister's psychiatrist.
Shut the fuck up. He's still here.
Yeah.
Dude, I have to go see him and be
my
like,
God.
you didn't do shit for me, brother. No, just kidding. No, he saved my life. Just kidding. Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
I don't know how can you tell if they're actually helping or not? It's kind of a weird.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes when I hear people talk about therapy, or I hear therapists talk about stuff, it's almost like therapists just make you they put basic structured sort of thinking and things and steps and guidelines and little kind of tricks and exercises, and then it's really you're supposed to continue that and figure something out. Right?
Yeah.
You're supposed to make progress. I don't think someone can fix you unless you can't realize there's a problem yourself inside of you.
For sure.
And I'm lucky that I didn't have too many problems going on inside of me. Just a couple of, fucking
Normal Dom.
just rage, just ethnic rage.
I think that's still here. I don't think they fixed you of that.
I got that Mexican ethnic rage.
Ethnic rage.
And I'm thinking about going MGTOW. Are you ready to go MGTOW with me?
MGTOW?
Are you ready to go MGTOW?
What?
Do you know what MGTOW
No.
is? Okay, I'm so fucking excited to tell you about MGTOW. This is one of the topics I wanted to bring up.
Okay.
So, and I'm not a super expert about it, so I'm gonna give you what I think MGTOW is supposed to stand for, and everybody listeners just take it fucking easy on me. Men going their own way.
Men going their own way.
Men going their own way, and it started in Australia, mate. So it's men going their own way.
One Direction?
If they listen to all kinds of shit out there, Jason. What I'm trying to tell you about is it's a cultural phenomenon taking over young men, such as yourself, that are going to get into that stage of getting into the dating realm where it's finances come up, people have apartments. You know what I mean? In a couple years, you might find yourself a sweet young girl who's like, I really love going through podcasts, gawk, 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 and she might give you a blowy, dude, and you might find yourself in her apartment, and then you're thinking, should I go MGTOW? Should I stick around? So I'm just kidding. Men going their own way.
Let's hear it.
Basically, from what I've gathered, there's this movement going on with a lot of middle-aged men who are tired of the dating game. Supposedly, all the women that they date are selfish, and they just really want financial security through a relationship, and men are they're tired of it, mate, and they get on their own way.
Okay.
And I don't know if that's going to up the gay rate. So you might see crushing news of just either that or we're going to see a lot more mix. They're going to go out those Aboriginal reses and start trying to tap that Aboriginal ass. Hey, Bambalawea, these fucking Australian chicks are not trying to give it up anymore. It's terrible.
I don't. So what are you trying to get at?
Listen, mate, have you ever been to Outback? Have you ever wanted to go your own way?
I've been once.
So,
Had 3 appetizers.
did you have a blooming onion?
No.
Well, then you didn't fucking go to the Outback, mate. You did not do a walkabout. You did not find your spirit boomerang or whatever the fuck it is. No, so it's basically these men who I think the reason this whole thing got brought up is because I was at work, and one of my coworkers was in this conversation, deep in this conversation, and it seemed like from my end that the dude was kind of going off on his point to my buddy, to my coworker. And so I sort of walked by and just kind of was making myself busy in the corner, but close enough so I could hear what was going on. And he was talking about what I think these MGTOW guys are thinking about, which is, why should I feel that when I go on a date with a woman, I'm inclined to pay? like I should be paying
Yeah.
for everything. And then why does it feel, or why does society dictate that men should be the ones who go out and do the sole providing or this and this and that? To me, I'm like, excuse me, that's a pretty sort of old-fashioned way of thinking.
Yeah,
I don't think that way.
I don't either.
I like me and my wife sort of think of like where strengths and weaknesses are. That's where we pick up each other's things. You know what I mean? So if my wife is really good in this aspect, doing the finances, then she handles finances, and I understand that my money, she's going to make sure we're doing the right thing with it. But I've never felt like she should solely provide or I should solely provide based on our gender.
And you don't,
like
right?
And we don't know. If anything, I have a sugar mama. She totally provides.
Okay.
I'm just here for comic relief and to raise these fucking kids.
Right.
Too, you know what I mean?
I totally agree with that, and I feel like women, or the newer generation of women, do as well. Like I think that's a thing of the past, or it will be.
So these Australian guys just fucking like behind? Are they just?
Yeah.
Are they not? They don't get it.
Yeah, they're like 18 hours behind. They're
the
actually
toilets
ahead.
flush the other way. They're all fucked up.
They're weird. They're on the bottom of the earth.
It was interesting because this American dude here, like in Southern Oregon, was talking about this MGTOW, and another good point that when I was talking to my brother about it, he brought up oh, dude, this popper stopper is gonna make me fucking destroy. I'm gonna destroy it, Jason.
You're
okay, it's fine. No, Jason, I'm fine. It's good. We're gonna be good.
Yep.
My brother brought up a good point. If some of these men are frustrated with the way the dating game goes, after so many no's by women, do you have to at some point look at yourself and be like, hey, am I the fucking weirdo?
Am I the issue?
Do I think having an apartment and a car just gets me pussy? Because that's definitely not how it works.
Yeah.
Because I got pussy without a car, so I don't even like fuck your rules. You know what I'm saying? You can't get MGTOW on me. Might have been going my own way.
Yeah, I think they're just behind. Like that doesn't have to be like a men going your own way type thing.
They don't need to make a movement,
like,
right?
No, they don't. It's
hilarious.
It's how the world will move.
Yes, it's evolution of society.
Yeah, like I was talking about it with my coworker today. I was doing some unboxing, looking at things. I do work at a Christian retail store.
Hallelujah, amen.
And we had some products that said like happy wife, happy life, or like Mr. and Mrs. and stuff like that.
Right.
And I was like, this stuff is like so outdated. Like it is. It might fall into like, I don't want to get into it because it's touchy, but like it might fall into that like Christian, like something to do with that.
They're maybe what they love to see, maybe that model scenario of his and hers and
I don't know,
white
like
picket fence and
I'm not religious, so I don't really comprehend it.
Okay.
But for sure that's an old way of thinking. Like
I think so too.
It's just like happy wife, happy life is really like a
Don't you love hearing that? Yeah. Oh God, I love
why can't it just be like happy people, happy life? Right?
Yeah.
Like just because your wife's happy doesn't make you happy.
It doesn't, and oftentimes trying to make your wife happy is such a pain in the ass that it has the opposite effect.
It could improve things, right? But like if you are not reaching for your own happiness, then like it doesn't matter.
Some other human being at the end of the day is not responsible for your soul happiness.
Right.
You need to kind of take that into your own hands.
So I think all that stuff is kind of outdated, and we're moving away from it. It's just these old people that are keeping it around.
Well, they got a hard time with change, and we're in a state where we've got a lot of old-fashionedness sort of still prevalent.
Yes.
In all of its aspects, and it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, it's when I grew up here as a kid, it's interesting for me to just see the way it is now as opposed to 1990. You know what I mean? So, and I love seeing old people just kind of going, "What the hell?" Like it's great to see change because. If you're a crotchety old fuck, then you're in denial about change. But if you're a human that's going through experiences, you realize that's part of it, dude. Yeah.
My neighbor is completely someone who accepts change.
Right.
And that makes him, like, it doesn't make him seem old. I think he's, like, 72 maybe.
Okay.
And, like, he plays Battlefield on his computer, and he knows how to use iPhones and stuff like that. And he has, like the Nest for his house and Google Homes and all that stuff. So he knows, like, he's staying semi up to date.
Right.
But like you look at, like for example, my grandparents did not. My grandpa was very like, I don't know about all this technology stuff.
He's like, that gizmo who's
technology stupid. And now it's biting him in the ass because he doesn't understand like basic stuff.
Right. Stuff that's basic to us.
Because he didn't want to change. So that's what creates that pull there.
Right.
So people who accept change aren't like, they're not, I mean, they're physically getting older, but they're not growing old mindsets.
No, their mind is kind of staying fresh, and you know, and it doesn't mean like understanding something can still be understanding something and maybe not agreeing with it. That's okay.
Yeah.
You know, but to take the time to understand something is I think you're giving yourself the best platform to speak about that thing.
For
you know,
sure.
if you try to understand it, and I feel like I've had grandparents that are super understanding, and even though they don't understand why I had like green mohawks or blue mohawks or hair when I was into this, sagging my pants or skateboarding or anything, they most of the time they were never like, that's dumb, I don't get it, what's wrong with. No one ever said what's wrong with your generation to me. No one ever said that until like lately. The generation word is like such a thing now.
Yeah.
You know?
Everyone's all about it.
Yeah. Everyone's identifying hardcore with left and right and generation
I'm not
and
a
gender.
Millennial. I hate millennials.
Dude, I'm actually a Gen Z.
You
X.
making fun of me from last week?
Well, I was actually making fun of me because I'm like, dude, I'm not millennial. I'm Generation X, you know? And everyone's like, well, I'm like, well, suck my dick.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be with those dudes, okay?
Well, I think it's all dumb. The only reason it exists is for marketing purposes, and everyone else that uses it for not marketing is just dumb.
It's just
don't
social
understand
media it up.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with, like, people always assume it's like, well, it's this date to this date.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not true at all. It's however that person's mindset is. Like, the thing that
agree.
separates millennials from Gen Z, that from a marketing perspective that you have to understand is if you remember 9/11. If 9/11 changed your life, and prior to that, there's different ones that make you what you are. But to be a millennial, you have to understand that 9/11 happened, and like you had to have had a brain that was working. I was
not just developing, but like consciously having your own.
Yeah, I was one in like 1 month. So I didn't have a conscious mind then.
Right.
I don't comprehend, like, obviously I know it changed a lot of things and I've seen the footage of it.
Yeah.
But
I
didn't
the aftermath.
I didn't
effects
experience it. So that makes my mindset work differently than a millennial. So marketing wise, that changes how they market to those specific groups of people.
Ooh, that's kooky.
So
there's dudes that just do that, dude.
Yeah.
That just crunch those kind of numbers
Yeah.
about like how to advertise to us all crazy.
I do a little bit of it.
Do you do it too? You're out there?
Yeah, cause
fucking Ready Player One and shit.
That's how you gotta make them bills.
Get them hustle, homie. 100%. Yes.
But
go on. Sorry, please. Because I think I was just saying for no fucking. I had nothing else to follow.
Our generations, to anyone that's not in marketing, useless. You can't put a date on it. You can't be. A lot of people are like, it's till 1999. That's a millennial. So, which even then, I wouldn't be a millennial because I was born in 2000. What up, player?
Oh my fucking god, dude! Here we go. It's like how many minutes in are we? Barely 13 minutes in, and he's already praising his youthfulness, his fresh baby boy ass, first hair on ball.
Oh man.
Okay, so besides you being all young and plenty of life ahead of you, God, this
stop punching the mic.
I've just been watching Megalobox on Crunchyroll, and I'm fucking ready, dude.
Reach over.
Let me just fucking. I need something to do with my hands. Here we go.
Okay. You want the Rubik's cube?
I'm gonna take. That's probably a lot safer than what I'm. No, I don't know how to use those. Are you kidding me? Those are for fun to look. I like to watch people do those.
Yeah.
But I don't like to try them because I just feel dumb. Like I'm. Like after 45 seconds of seeing someone do it and make it up, if I'm still doing it after 30, I'm like, I don't even have two colors together. Fuck this shit. I've actually gotten it further apart from itself. Okay, so another thing that I wanted to bring up, that I want to talk about, and maybe you know about this a little bit, maybe you don't. But first of all, I wanted to selfishly bring up what I was doing during 9/11. Okay.
Okay.
So the morning of 9/11, I have graduated high school already. Just try for one episode, Jason, not to laugh at how old I am. Okay, just kidding.
You're not mentally old though. That's why this is happening.
Definitely, which is good and bad. I think good and bad. It's worked out, and it's also I get a lot of people my age and a little bit older looking at me like, "What the fuck is wrong
Fuck
with
them.
you, dude?
Do what you want to do, right?
Do what you want to do."
Fuck
I like
that.
it, dude. No, I mean, and obviously I have, right? Like, I got
Yeah.
tattoos in my nose. I have a fucking Ninja Turtle on my chest. I haven't been listening to anybody since I was fucking born. But I had a job interview for my first.
On 9/11.
Yes, for my first serious job. Besides, I did a McDonald's for a little bit while I was in high school because my dad was tired of buying me skate shit. So, I had this job interview, and it was down on the main street on Myrtle in Monrovia, and it was at the Cold Stones that just opened up there. So it was this ice cream spot.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Fuck it, it's ice cream, it's customer service." But I've heard that you get tips, and I've heard like it's a pretty chill place to work. And bitches love ice cream, so
Bitches love ice
I'm
cream.
there, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm just kidding, ladies love ice cream,
And men too.
but bitches love ice cream. And chickadee chocolate banana split. You know what I'm talking about.
You give people.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Did you get that job?
I got that job.
You got
and
that
you know
job.
what the audition for the job was? Or I'm sorry, the interview process. It was one of those group interview things, which is fucking terrible. Because am I an actor?
Yeah.
Am I coming for a Wrigley's gum commercial? Why do I need to fucking feel happy for free? It's nothing like that. But what it was is you had to display a talent, and obviously since you sing at Cold Stones, when people put shit in the tip jar, you got to sing.
Wait, what?
Yeah, okay, so when you go to Cold Stones, this is how it was back in the day. I don't know how it is now, but you would have tip jars out, like 1 or 2 or 3 on the counter.
Yeah.
And when people put tips in there, there was like a couple of Cold Stone songs that you knew that you had to sing, like they're on the spot. Like
Whack.
everybody, like whatever they're doing, had to sing along.
Okay.
Or it was encouraged to. Like you weren't gonna get fired if you didn't sing. So I went there, and during the audition, everyone kind of had to do something like show a talent, whatever. And so I sang. So I got the job. And it was really funny and ironic because the I'm like waking up to go to the interview. The interview's at like 10.
Yeah.
I'm up at 8. And I don't know when the Twin Towers like happened live, whatever the exact time was, but I'm watching footage of it as it just happened or whatever. And we're all just kind of tripping out in the house like, whoa, what the fuck? Then I'm like, I have this job interview at Cold Stones, and I think the dude is like Iranian or some kind of like Middle Eastern. And so like already, because I had started, like someone had given me like some Freemason like books to read, and so I started getting like conspiracy theoried out. So now I'm thinking like, whoa, like is this an attack on soil, blah 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 blah. And I remember going to the interview super sketch out. Turns out he was like Armenian or some shit, like not anything close to what the ISIS dudes or whatever the fuck, whoever did it, American ISIS. I don't, whatever you want to believe. Loosechange.net, your DVD, or maybe you didn't see it, or Jesse the Body Ventura. 9/11 was an inside job. Okay. Okay. And so I got the job, and then I got fired.
For not singing?
No, I got fired because, and this is going to sound like I'm making this up, but this is some true ass shit, and I'm not fucking lying, dude. Okay?
What?
Jason, look at me in my eyes. I'm not lying to you, dude.
Yeah.
Okay? I wouldn't shit you.
Okay.
So about maybe 2 or 3 months into working this job, the owner hired his niece as a manager. I'm like, okay, cool bitch has never worked at Cold Stones, but because she's a niece,
scooping.
she doesn't know how to scoop, she doesn't know how to mold, she doesn't know which flavors of the bomb diggity bomb dum da dip dap skiddly boop. So all of us were kind of like a little perturbed, right? And she's just kind of thick, kind of angry bitch face, like RBF all the time, chubby little Armenian chick, and she's like a year younger than me. So I'm like, oh, this is annoying that like you're younger and you're my manager,
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay.
That's the job.
Okay.
That's the job market. So, I guess she developed a little bit of a crush on your boy, right? So she enjoyed, like, I would be scheduled closing with her a lot, that kind of thing. And one day my ex-girlfriend comes in, and I take my break and I sit down and have some ice cream with her, and we're getting, and I guess my girl over here, my manager, she got a little jealous. And then one day I get called in, like a day or two after that. I get called into the main office, and they want to talk to me because they knew, quote unquote, that I stole money. And I literally at first was like, dude, I may have given somebody $2 back extra, like on accident change.
Yeah.
But I've never stolen from here.
Yeah.
Like I get free ice cream. What the fuck do I need from here? Like I'm not gonna. We have cameras. I'm not gonna jack money from the reg during my shift.
Right.
You know. And I have my lunch right here. Like everything's filmed out here in the front. And so I'm like, do you have footage of me doing this? Like, do you have some kind of proof? And they're like, no. This is the. He's like, no, we just know it is you. And I was like, I quit. Yeah. So I guess I got to quit before I got fired, but they let me go, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's how I lost it, man.
So was this like 2001 or 2?
I think 2001.
Okay, so you weren't even there like a couple months.
Dude, I wasn't there very long. Maybe I worked there an entirety of like maybe 4 months.
Okay.
Maybe.
So maybe like early 2000s.
Maybe even just like as soon as that chick got there and a couple weeks after I was like, giggity gone, son.
Yeah.
She was a little jealous. It's happened before, and it's not going to be the last time, you know?
I feel like that stuff doesn't fly as easy anymore either.
No. Because had I been in the mindset that I am now back then,
yeah, you would have fought it.
I would have definitely punched this fucking popper stopper 3 more times. And I would have fucking called some shit out.
Yeah.
I probably would have like tried to get a little loud and be like, oh, well, I'm going to, you know, and not that I'm going to back. I know who the fuck. I don't have a lawyer. I'm fucking lower middle class. My uncle does not do that. He's a fucking welder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, okay. So I have this story that I want to talk about. And it doesn't paint me in the greatest of light, but it has this Robin Hood aspect to that I hope you can appreciate.
Okay.
As a younger gentleman.
If you're down to talk about it.
I'm going to change the events, the names, and everything, but we're going to talk about it.
Okay. Let's get into it.
So at one time, I worked for this skate company. Not skate company, this skate shop. I worked for 2 skate shops in my life.
Yeah.
One I worked for that I loved, that I kind of fucked up trying to impress a girl, and I lost my job there. You seen a pattern with my life here? Mm-hmm. Just kidding. No. Shut the fuck up.
Pussy rules everything.
Damn. I did it all for the nookie, as my boy Durst would say. But I worked at this local skate shop in Monrovia called Sticks. This other skate shop that I worked for was a chain in the mall.
Yeah.
It was a chain in the mall in the Southern California area where I was at. And I had worked at one store, and then I'd gotten moved because I, did a good job because I love skateboarding. So it was an easy gig for me. I got moved to another location where our store was bigger. It was on a lower level of a mall, and it was a huge open location, and we actually had a fucking stage in there, and we would have bands like every weekend come and play in our stall.
It's not messing around.
It was dope, and the whole front of the store was all glass, so you could fucking see everything. It was dope. So I had worked for this company for 3 years. This skate shop, right? Okay. And the first 2 years were awesome, man. It was like super fun. I was super really into it. Obviously, I was still pretty young. It was like the job I got after the Cold Stones gig. So, I had just come back from tour, and my dad was like, "Listen, you're not fucking doing shit. Like, yeah, you went on this month-long tour with this band, but you don't have a job and you're living at home, right. and you're 17 or this and that, whatever." 17, 18, I don't remember.
You're 17 after high school?
No, well, I graduated when I was 17 because I turned, my birthday was in August. So I would graduate.
So very tight window of 17.
Yeah. Can you just let me have it, dude?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Just let me have it. You're fucking 12 right now, and you can't let me have 17?
You're right.
You were born when fucking microchips were boring. Can you just let me have 17, please? Okay.
Dude, we had an argument about the SD card because we originally recorded last episode on like a 2 gig.
It was a 2 gigger.
I don't think they even make 2s anymore.
No, I don't. I think if you have a 2 gig, it's from when they first were making fucking SD cards. It's original.
It's crazy.
It's actually it's really original. It's probably actually worth some money by now, Jason. No, you don't think so?
People don't collect anything anymore. That's what I found out selling stuff on eBay.
Dude, you got to go offer up. Fuck eBay. Why are you not offering up?
Dude, I've done it a couple times, but like
I've bought so much shit from OfferUp, me and Ronnie. Oh, dude.
I don't know. As far as like collector's items though, right. They're just not high value anymore.
No, everybody wants to sell at what they saw on the internet the price is, but nobody wants to buy at what the internet price is. It's
like I have stuff that I saved or my parents saved for me.
Right.
'Cause like we would go yard sailing when I was really young, and I would pick up like Star Wars stuff that was like from the 80s, or like I have a Michael Jordan rookie card, and I'm like, that's got to be worth something, right?
You have a Michael Jordan rookie card, or you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
A Michael rookie Jordan card, and you don't have you got a clear case. You have an inch thick clear case on that fucking thing, dude. Really?
And it's in like a box too. It's mint condition. I haven't there's a little plastic thing on. I haven't touched it. They're going for like $4 on eBay.
You're fucking shitting me, dude. Is it because of all the bullshit that's going on with him in his personal life?
I don't think so. I think everything, every little thing. I have these Simpsons trading cards that they made for the first season of Simpsons. There's only like a few hundred sets of them. I have 30 complete sets, and they're like worth nothing.
Is it the supply demand thing about it, or is it eBay or is it online, that sort of antiquing and that sort of like
I think collecting is just going away.
It's just going out of style.
Like Hot Wheels was a huge thing.
Hot Wheels leading the way.
Everyone collected Hot Wheels.
Dude.
My dad, we have probably 8,000 or 9,000 Hot Wheels.
You're fucking serious? Those numbers?
Serious. Yeah. Probably
where the
more,
fuck? Where do you keep them all? In shoe boxes in the attic?
We got those huge tubs.
Right, totes, big old tub totes.
Yeah, there's probably 5 or 6 of them in the attic, and then we got cardboard boxes over our garage with Hot Wheels. So we sell them at every yard sale that we do, which we typically do about one a year, just to get some of them out.
Okay.
But nobody we have we have the entire collection set from 1995. It's they have numbers, and they got specific. We have the whole collection, and
is that your dad's thing?
He did it cuz he thought me and my brother would want to either continue it or sell it and make money off of it in the future. Everyone collected shit in the early 2000s and 90s cuz they were we're going to make money off of this.
Dude, yeah.
Everyone was flip.
The millennials will want
game.
it. I think
flip
they knew.
game strong. Shit ain't happening.
It's not flipping, dude.
No. Nobody collects Hot Wheels. The red lines? Do you know what those are?
No.
So there's collectors Hot Wheels that on the wheels they have a red line instead of just the typical white wheels.
Does it make them go faster?
No.
It makes them lighter.
They're just collectors. I don't know, dude.
That's hot, dude.
So there's a couple of them a year that come out. And when I was 4, I found a full set of them. It's a full collection. It comes in a wheel box, and there's 15 of them.
Right.
And they're all Hot Wheels from the 70s.
Jesus Christ,
and they're
dude.
mint condition. And it's some of them might go for $30 a piece, which is nice.
Yeah.
But that's nowhere they were worth more back then than they are now. If I would have sold them when I was 4, which I couldn't, but they were worth like 100 a piece.
Right.
So
what the fuck are you guys gonna do with them?
I don't know. I mean, just sell them, I guess. I don't think collecting is going back up ever. I think people now in our mindset more than ever, people growing up are minimalist or driving towards that.
Right.
Very few. I think Hoarders, the TV show, once all those old people die, that show's not going to exist anymore.
It'll just be the fucking fat bitches eating pieces of their mattress and shit. Or eating I'm addicted to laundry soap.
I don't think that's a obviously there's some people that do it. Some people have mental issues that make them do things like that.
I have a thing where every time I go to Goodwill, I have to come home with some VHSs.
Okay.
And it's getting to the point where my wife is yo, you're not even fucking watching these?
You have a VHS?
I do have I have a VHS player that's a VHS and DVD player mixed. And we don't even need a DVD player, but it was part of it. I wanted to get the newest VHS player that I could get so that I could have a head start on, getting my $5
Does it
worth.
rewind them for you?
No, it doesn't do the automatic rewind.
Damn. I had one of those when I was a kid.
Oh, dude. I remember first time I ever saw boobies on a movie was Griswold's. It was the European Vacation.
Okay, yeah.
Chevy Chase movies.
Yeah.
And I remember just this one part where the son is with this chick and he's making out and there's this car drives by and you just see this car drive by, and the girl's
Half
like,
a titty.
whoa, and it just boobies are out. And I just remember rewinding, watching. I'm like looking at the sliding door and seeing like my family outside in the backyard and being like, rewind, watching. Like, get those I was trying to get those boobies, Jason.
No, I was watching like VeggieTales and shit.
Oh my God, so Christian.
Yeah, I guess
it is. Dude.
Yeah, they
Isn't that
are.
trippy? Which kind of, I guess, you just can't get away from the Lord, dude.
The Lord follows me around everywhere.
Well, the Lord is with you.
Maybe I am,
and also with
Jesus.
Oh, dude, if that's true, and you're on my podcast, we are going to the top, to Bethlehem, gonna.
I don't know how.
I'm just kidding. That had nothing to do with shit.
I respect you. I respect all your decisions. That's just not me.
Yes, of course. Like I'm. This country is for everybody to live the way they want, nicely, not fuck anybody up, not push their shit on other people. I mean, I have no problem with what you're doing.
Absolutely.
No problem.
As long as there's no like agenda with it.
Yes.
You do you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If your agenda is to just be a happy person and you these beliefs make you a happy person and make you a better member of society,
then go for it.
A member, not an asshole, a member,
Yeah.
someone who pays money, buys locally, get organic only. Just
Yeah.
kidding. No. You don't have to get organic.
Vegans.
Western family. I don't give a fuck, homie. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so the other thing that I want to talk to you about too.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I gotta tell my story about
Dude,
the
we
fucking.
keep going off.
We keep words.
See,
okay, come
this
back
is-
to the tree, Ferngully. Come back to the tree.
Story time.
Okay,
For Dom.
so I'm working at this skate shop.
Skate shop.
Been there for a while. I mean, we're coming all the way back. We went so
with
far
the
out.
stage and everything.
Yes, the really awesome spot, right?
We
Got
keep
a great
on top
manager.
Of our stories.
The owner is this half Chinese, half Jewish dude. Okay, is that you?
Pretty
You
close.
fucking go
Pretty
ahead.
close.
What a minch! What a fucking minch!
Bench on a bench.
So this dude was. You could tell he was kind of super. Like, he had money from family.
Yeah.
So he would start stuff and stop stuff. So his newest thing was these skate shops, right?
Okay.
So been there for about 3 years now.
This was the owner or the manager?
This is the owner of them all, the
Okay.
main owner.
Yeah.
But he wasn't a hands-on. He would just come check in at all his stores and go and schmooze with skate companies and shit, whatever.
Yeah.
He was always talking about how he just got back from Vegas. Like, who gives a fuck? So towards the end of that third year, we kind of got the heads up a couple of months before it was going to happen, but they were going out of business. Like, he was like, I want to get into bars and restaurants now. And he was just like dropping all the skate shops. Some of us were like promised manager positions. Some of us had like ideas. Like, we were creating relationships with shoe reps and company reps. And we're trying to like, move up in this chain. And I had this OG little Mexican ghetto homie that worked there too, and his name was Beep. Okay, and this dude was the shit. He was me and him got along really well. And I remember there was these two high school kids that would always come in after school, or sometimes they'd ditch school and they'd come into the mall and they were kicking it. And they would just kick it on the couch, sit all day. We'd watch like the Flip Sorry video. They just watched skate videos, just kick. They lived a life. Dude.
Yeah.
Like, we're these fucking kids' parents. It's trippy.
Nowhere.
And they had a little bit of moxie. They were a little ghetto, you know what I mean? They weren't
Yeah.
scared to kick it. We'd fuck with them and shit. And I was let in on this little scheme they had going on. And the only reason I became a part of this scheme, Jason, because I can see you fucking judging me already, was that when we found out that we were all going to lose our jobs, we were like, fuck this. It's Robin Hood and his merry men time, mate. So what we did is we went fucking MGTOW. We went our own way. And so the way that our building was, if you can imagine it, that whole lower level is where everything was set up. The shoe stand, blah, blah, blah. But all of the product.
actual store.
Yes. And all of the product and all the extra backup shirts and all the extra merchandise was upstairs in this storage above us.
Like warehousing?
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of basically, right?
Yeah.
So up in this upper warehouse area, there was this. Oh, Jesus, fuck me, Christ. I know, it's killing you. You know what I need to do? Next time I need to put it here and have it wrap here so it's like clear. Maybe. It's great. We're fine.
We're fine.
They can't hear it. It's
We'll
good.
get one of these.
I'm fucking shadow boxing this motherfucking mic if you guys understand.
We got the video proof. This is the first video podcast.
I got my little thing that covers up the beer so that I'm not advertising without getting fucking money, dude. And you too. Please don't leave me hanging because it makes me sad. All right, good.
Got my.
What are you sipping on over there, dude?
I don't have the sponsor anymore.
What the? Did they drop you?
I just don't have the code. I haven't emailed them back for it.
Jesus Christ, dude. We needed that really bad.
Can
Can you look at our shack right now? It's just falling apart around us. I'm just kidding. Okay,
We're doing good.
Let me finish because I am terrible at telling stories. If you haven't noticed already. So in this upstairs area, off to one side, this high school, and
Were you supposed to say that?
Probably not. I'm gonna need you to edit that out. Okay.
We'll edit that. He said the guy's name. We're gonna skip that.
He's totally fine. He's either in jail or dead. Who knows? I don't know.
So up in the warehouse, there's two teenagers and your homie.
Yes, my boy and these two little high school kids had started this scheme of off to the side of the wall, there was these pipes. If you looked over those pipes, they had broken the floor, which was actually the ceiling of an old mail room right next, which was in the hallway.
Yeah.
You know, like how the malls have those little back hallways where all the employees go back to back, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So what they would do, which I was privy, I got into this gig too. I mean, dude, when I got into this little gig, it was like I was taking orders from my buddies back in Monrovia, like, hey, what do you guys want? What are your sizes? Shoes, clothes, skate shoes.
Oh my god!
Like they're getting rid of us. We're fucking robbing this whole fucking place blind. I had the DVS backpack that had the fucking cooler. The bottom part was a 6-pack cooler, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, it was it had a fucking chair that folded out
in
of
the backpack.
I literally just got rid of it, but I've had it for like 20-something years, dude.
Yeah.
It was the dopest backpack of all time. It had like fucking
Damn.
20 million pockets. So what we would do is we would take the orders, we would get the money, and then we would tell the high school kids on certain days. And actually, when I joined, it worked out perfect because I had a truck, and I had a truck with one of those flat bed tunnel covers, which just popped up, you know, and laid flat, and it didn't lock, but it had like the lock, like it looked like it was.
It looked like it locked.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So what we do is we would drop the product down in that old school mail room, just every now and then dip product down. The high school kids would come. Yeah. They would know where to go. They would go in, grab it, and they would put it in my truck. They would take what they wanted, and they would leave our orders that we told them, hey, this and this and this is our stuff. And then drive back to the hood and fucking, everybody got shoes. Dude, my brother had like 3 pairs of shoes. I had like 3 or 4 pairs of shoes. So much grip tape. Fucking skate, like just everything, dude.
So you didn't steal at the ice cream place, but
I never stole a fucking scoop of ice cream from the ice cream place or $1, but we ransacked that bitch. And then one day it was just like he was done with us, dude. And then he opened some fucking.
So did you get fired from that?
No, we never got found out. We dipped that hard and low, and no one fucking found shit. Nice. But it was the greatest. I mean, there was a month, dude, where it was just I had so much extra clothes, and I had like back then $70 for a pair of jeans was insane to me. I would never pay that, but I had like 3 or 4 pairs of Volcom jeans, dude. Didn't fucking matter. It was the best.
Damn.
I had all these Globe shoes, dude. Oh, it was fucking
I wish I could have. I wish I was born a bit earlier. I feel like I missed out on a lot of shit.
It was definitely easier to do that sort of hooligan prank shit back in the day.
Yeah,
you know,
even before your time too.
Yeah, easier before my time. It was just how smart, like how ahead of the game smart were you to see the big picture and see the weaknesses of it, you know?
Yeah.
So, the whole thing that brought that up too was, it was like thinking about I'm working with you, you know, like you're a high school kid, and I was like, when's the last time I worked with someone like that different, like just out of high school or whatever? I was like, oh yeah, when I fucking ran a fat scheme on the skate shop I used to work for, and fucking.
Well, I mean, you were kind of you were out of high school too, though.
Like, yeah, I was fresh still. I was still like.
So you were basically in my shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just trying to make it, dude.
Yeah.
Just a young, dumb, full of cum kid just trying to fucking hustle, you know?
My brother did similar stuff, too.
You see, everybody did a little bit. But I don't do it now.
Yeah, of course. Well, yeah.
To me, I told it. I mean, and even before I got married and had kids, I was like, when you get a good gig that's better than fucking construction, because construction fucking sucks, dude. It's
Is that what you were in before?
Yeah, I did a lot of construction. I had a good, like, 6 years dedicated to doing, you know, construction-like stuff. Just out. Yeah. Out to work. Cranes. I used to work for this company that would go on the driving ranges and golf courses and take down the old wooden poles that were getting shitty and put up new metal ones or new wooden ones, and then we'd run the cables and run the net and do all that.
Gotcha.
And it was dope. So we'd like pour cement. I'd be like in a man lift, like setting a pole. I'd be up 200 feet up in the air, cranking on hardware and like looking over Santa Barbara or fucking. I mean, I've done every golf course pretty much in the California. Done some in Seattle and done. I think it's just it. California, Seattle, yeah. Fucked with over there, which was super fun. It's a good gig.
But you're glad you're done with that.
I'm totally glad. It was dangerous, dude.
Yeah.
And we had a foreman who was just a fat cokehead, so you're just wondering like, and he's down there operating you.
Oh
you know
my
what I mean?
God.
So you're just thinking like, is this the day this dude binged too hard and we're gonna fucking die? He's gonna swing us into a fucking pole.
He just starts playing freaking video games with it.
He used to always do this thing where he would just smell his lip. And I think it was like his way of like getting more coke up in his nose. Like,
He's got some stuck
coke,
in his mustache.
Coke nuggets in his nose hairs.
Fuck.
Oh, that was a rough gig. But man, there were certain jobs that we would do that were like a city park or like a high school needs new softball nets.
Yeah.
And it would be like $45 an hour. We would get. It was called prevailing wage.
Yeah.
You know, you're working for state or government, whatever. That was the jam, because I would be fucking
just set up a net.
Just to like unclick, you know, break down old chain link fence, put up new stuff, and put up net, like any of that. You know? Like a day and a half worth of work, and then you're making $45 an hour. You know.
Yeah. And
when I would work out of town and we would go to Seattle or something, all of our meals were paid for except for Sunday, because they were Mormon. Like our bosses were Mormon, so they would pay for everything.
Okay.
Pay for our hotel, and they wouldn't put us in like Motel 6. They put us in like DoubleTree. Fucking, you know, like nice spots. Kind of supposed to put a fucking cookie on your pillow every morning, dude. Bought like with the free alcohol at night. Have you ever been in those hotels? You're young, but there's like hotels that do that. And it was the shit, because that's saving you money, you know.
Yeah.
So I'd be making $2,000 a check. I'd buy like a brand new iTouch, and I'd buy like brand new shit, and I'd still be working out of town. Yeah. Send home my rent money, and then there'd be free. Like, it's just awesome. Yeah. That was also a really fun time too, although it was a really fast time. There's a lot of partying during those days, a lot of near almost dying, you know, kind of things of just equipment and tools and stuff.
There's something sorry, I should speak into the mic.
Please speak into the mic, Jason.
I don't mean to make fun of you.
No,
for being
not at
old,
all. Please,
because I don't think like you're not mentally old at all.
Right.
That's why this is.
That's
why this works.
Too, mentally old. Yeah. But your balls are old. My cock is old as fuck.
You're getting there. No, you're fine. You're fine. You have more experience under your belt.
I've got a couple.
You have all those stories to tell.
Yes.
My life is just begun.
It's only just begun.
I've been birthed into the world now.
Are you ready for opportunities that would take you out of state?
Yeah. I almost took one even with the company I'm with now.
Okay.
They had a training like opportunity to be a trainer at like new stores.
Okay.
So that way I would go and travel and do that. But I was like, it's my first job. I don't have the whole living situation thing down.
That is a must, yeah.
And like just fucking off and going to a new city every month is like not exactly a prime thing to do.
Right. And it's not a good building block maybe for you starting out in the job force.
Yeah.
And also just be a little party boy at some point. Be a cute girl. It's all downhill from there, dude. I've seen it before, Jason. What's your type, dude?
What's my type?
You got a type?
I got a type.
You got a type of girl?
Yeah.
Let's hear it. Describe it. Paint me a mental. I'm gonna close my eyes. Paint me a mental picture.
Like how though?
Like, oh God, I don't know. She sounds so fucking boring already.
I don't know what
you
know.
I can see one boobie.
So.
Oh, okay. No boobies, but like, listen. What's the type of human you're looking for here? You're not.
I'm gonna give you the. I don't like answering this because it's like a very generic answer.
That's totally fine.
I just like I don't give a fuck what you look like, really.
Okay.
I mean, to an extent. Obviously, everyone does a little bit.
You don't want a sea donkey climbing into your fucking car, but
yeah. Like, I don't want someone looking like my pops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A little more hair on the mustache than usual.
But I don't really care. I don't like people who are like overly fucking dramatic.
Okay.
And like
so no theater chicks, no actresses.
Probably not. People who like appreciate themselves. That's really important because like if like Ethan doesn't appreciate himself, I'm sad to say that. If you want to come defend yourself, come at me.
Ethan, get over here and defend yourself. Houdini.
No, but he doesn't. He doesn't stand up for himself, and he doesn't do anything for himself. Which I mean, he's changing. Obviously, college is changing him.
This is going to be a good thing for him.
As long as I've known him, he doesn't do anything for himself, and it really like hurts him.
Right. And you see the potential in your best friend.
And also the same thing with my mom. Like she didn't do anything for herself for like 40 years.
Right.
And then like now she's kind of changing, and I see that, and I'm like, I don't like that, and I feel like that's an issue.
Are you hating on your mom?
No, I don't. I'm not hating on my mom. No.
It's okay,
she's changing because she was very backseat, like with everything, with her previous relationships, with the relationship with my dad.
She wasn't as assertive as she could have been.
In almost anything. Like, she's not super assertive, and that's a scary thing, you know? Because like eventually those people do change too, and then like you get the oh shit surprise.
Switch,
yeah, I don't want that. I care. I think two things that are really important too are people that like can laugh and know when not to laugh too.
Ooh, that's a really good point that nobody brings up. Everyone was like, I like someone that makes me laugh, but when not to laugh.
Yeah.
Social cues.
Yeah.
Having good social cues.
Yeah, for sure. That's really important to me. And like, I know everyone says like, I want someone who's nice and funny and all this.
I'm wet.
I mean, that's kind of like obvious shit though. Yeah, like obviously you don't want to date
a fucking asshole or a bitch.
Duh. That's obvious. That goes along with every relationship. But
I agree. I think right now, though, it's always the dumbest thing that someone my age can tell someone your age because you just never like I know it. And I would like to say if someone told me I would do it, but I probably wouldn't because I loved the chasing girls and doing music and having girls. But I have found that the way that I found a meaningful relationship after having a really shitty relationship that had a lot of financial and monetary value placed upon it.
Yeah.
Was doing exactly what I wanted to do, and that became a part of it. It wasn't something that
you didn't have to set aside your chips.
Yes. I really got really into what I was doing, and that opportunity presented itself, and because I was so happy and used to being by myself and cooking and doing those little dumb things that a man should do for himself first. Like you should know how to feed yourself. You should know how to wash your own shit. You should know how to do all those things. You should keep.
It made you a better.
Yeah, a better mate for a potential scenario. And I feel like for you, I think you're a smart person who kind of knows like, let me get my grind and my hustle and the path going.
Yeah.
And if somebody sees me on that. And can hang and can jump in the car and go with me when I'm doing this. That's
exactly how I feel. Like I fucked around with dating a little bit and like trying different things.
Right.
But it's really hard to like pursue passions and have that going at the same time. I'm not saying like it's always hard. Like you found the perfect thing. That's exactly like I need that perfect opportunity. I'm not out here on Tinder trying to find my people.
Oh,
right?
You don't want to do a little Tinder, a little grinder?
I mean, I don't know. I don't
Grind
care.
up?
But like, it's just not. I'd rather it present itself
more
when
organically.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I mean, I like that because it's more like old fashioned. It's obviously like how I did it. I mean, I did use Tinder to get two different females to a show when we were on tour, and then I had the fun balance of juggling talking to both of them during the same night and not letting them both know that like,
they're both there.
It was a Tinder group I was trying to get to fill more tickets, you know? But by the way, it worked out awesome.
Nice.
I'm a fucking genius, Jason.
That's why we're together, bro.
Exactly. And you know what? And I respected both of them. Mostly. I mean, have I been not an asshole, but have I been a typical guy? in a band, yes, once or 7.
Yeah.
Or once or twice. I've been in a band for a very long time.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. But I don't have any extra kids out there. It's not anything like that. Like I'm not sowing wild oats, you know.
Okay, yeah.
A lot of oats just went right into the toilet or the sink, or depending on how nice the person was whose house we stayed at. You know what I mean? Because if you're a jerk, I'm jerking off in your sink, and I'm not gonna rinse it. Just leave it. Just
You're
leave
fucking weird.
It's fucked up, but I'll snail trail your shit. We had a dude on the first tour I went. He was like, "Yeah, man, I can stay at my house, totally fine." Or we're in like fucking New Jersey or some shit, right? We stayed at his house. His dad had no idea that, 5 dudes from California, 3 with mohawks, and all of them smelling
You
like
had a
ass.
mohawk?
Oh, yeah. I've had, like, multiple mohawks. I've had, like, 5 different colors of hair, mohawks, Liberty spikes, all that stupid shit.
So let me ask, though, how's that work with your hair? Like, because you're ethnic. Like, do you have...
So what it was is I couldn't have super tall ones.
Yeah.
I had kind of short ones, but I would use Elmer's clear glue.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah.
And then get the blow dryer and just kind of work it up. You know
so
what I mean?
Did you do that daily or?
No, I would have a mohawk and it would last for like a couple days.
Okay.
Just like a little bit reworking, a little bit more water and glue. But it would be for a couple months, and then I got like my hair ends. It starts in fashion and then it ends in functionality. You know what I mean? Like I could never be someone. I got a lot of friends, and I got a customer of mine who owns their own salon.
Mm-hmm.
So when I had long hair, she was always excited. It's like, oh, she come in, let me style, let me straighten it. I'll straighten it for you. And I did these headshots. Have you seen the couple of pictures on the Instagram, the Turtle Instagram before you joined?
Yeah.
Where like so I have like a photo shoot. I have some where she's straightening it like this, and I have this I look like a Korean fucking schoolboy from 1946. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. But it was kind of cool because I would never have straight hair, so it's kind of cool to see how it was. And I fucking wish I was Asian so bad in my weeboo that I wish I had fucking straight bristly hair. I just always have wanted it. Because for spiking,
your hair's
it's
like
the best.
mine, right?
Yes, yeah. We both have pretty curly, thick hair.
I don't know what I should do. You just recently cut yours, right?
Yes. I would look. Coming from me, just keep it because I want to get back there so bad to having long hair.
I know. That's like, I cut my hair last January.
Right.
That was the last time I had a haircut, and I had my hair. I cut off 18 inches of my hair.
Yeah, because I think I remember when it was kind of long.
It was, yeah. That's like when I had my broken shoulder.
Yeah.
And I had my really long hair.
Yep.
I was going to cut my hair after that trip with Ethan when I broke my arm. But
you broke your arm. So funny. How'd you break your arm, Jason? Just tell the listeners.
Okay, we'll tell that story.
Yeah, tell that story real quick.
Ethan and I were on a camping trip on the coast. We were doing
Sounds romantic.
Yeah, with his parents and his grandma.
How you freaky boys?
Ooh.
Fucking kids are doing crazier shit than we were.
Ethan and I shared a tent.
Hello.
No,
Ghost
that's
stories.
not part of the story though.
That's a different story.
It was on like a dunes area.
Okay, sandy kind of dunes.
Yeah, and the last day we were there, his dad was like, I really want to like go ride some 4x4s or whatever.
Tight.
Everyone calls them something else.
Quads, ATVs.
Yeah, whatever. The things with wheels, the bike with four wheels.
Yeah.
He wanted
White
to
steed. Yeah,
he wanted to get some of that stuff going, and we did that.
Have you ever done that before?
No.
Okay.
But I don't want to say I didn't fuck up because I'm new to it.
Right.
It was like, it was natural to me because like I've ridden bikes and all that before, so I have that mindset down. So we went out and did that, and I was switching with his dad. They had one of the bigger ones that seats like 3 people.
Okay.
So we switched. He did the quad for a little bit, and then they switched over, and I was on the quad. And then we went back, and I think it was my second or third time on the quad. We were headed back in because we were, I think we bought like 2 hours or whatever.
Okay, so you could rent it up for time-wise. Like.
Right. We had like 15 minutes to get back in, and we were out as far as we could be. So it was going to take like 10, 15 minutes to get back. And we're driving around. It's this huge like dunes park. And we're coming around the backside and coming up to the entrance. There's really tight hills back there, and I was following Ethan. and we were kind of going. I was just following his tracks because I didn't want to like think about it. We just wanted to get in.
Okay.
And he goes down a hill, maybe like 20, 25 miles an hour, and I see him like slow up, and I don't want to hit the back of him, so I'm like, it's fine, I'll just go to the side of him for right now.
Right.
For just going down the hill. Well, right there was like this little like hop of like an extra like 2 feet of sand. I hit it, and I went up in the air, and I was like, fuck. And I landed, but it like bounced funny.
Ooh.
And I land on my shoulder.
Ooh.
And then the quad flips over me and lands right here, like right next to my head. Like it almost squished me, and I was like, fuck, good it didn't squish me. And I was in the back. His dad was up with his mom and his grandma,
right.
And then him and me. So I flip, and I'm just laying there. Luckily, the quad landed on its wheels, because if it lands upside down, it's like $100 charge for them to come like turn it over.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's stupid. And also, like, I broke the flag on it because when it flipped,
that's $25 right there.
It was like $15, yeah.
Oh
so,
my fucking gosh.
So I'm laying on the ground for a little bit, and I like dust myself off and get up. And I'm like, I think I feel fine. I'm good.
Right.
And Ethan's just fucking off, and his dad like turns around just to check because he's going over a hill and down again.
Right.
And he's checking, and he's like, oh, fuck, Jason's not on his quad. What happened?
Oh,
and Ethan just like keeps going and goes like up to them, and then like his dad's hauling ass back to me, and Ethan's like, what? He doesn't
like,
even.
Jason's fine.
Yeah.
I saw him back there. He's doing some jumps or some shit. He's having fun.
Yeah. So they came up because they saw my quad was on its wheels, so they were like, it doesn't. I don't think he fell or anything. But I was like, no, I hit hard. And his mom gets out. She's like, oh, my God, are you okay? Can you move? Do this for me. Make sure everything's okay. I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Whatever. Like, I could do this. It hurt a little bit, but I was like, I was fine. His dad picked up, like, the flag, and it broke, like, it was fiberglass.
Right.
And he just stuck it back in and tied it so that way it didn't look like we broke it, even though it was like a foot shorter.
Genius.
Yeah. So he took the quad, and I just sat in the passenger, and we went back. We returned all this stuff. I took some Advil back at the camp, and for like another month, I didn't do anything about it. I was just like,
shit kind of hurts.
Yeah,
still.
I was like, I thought it was muscle like ache, because like I thought I just smashed all my muscles, and that's what it felt like. But then like a couple weeks in, I like couldn't do this. Like I couldn't lift my arm 45 degrees. I was like, that's probably not good.
Yeah.
And I was like, Mom, like my arm doesn't. It still doesn't really hurt, but I can't move it. So probably should do a checkup and make sure that I'm still good. Yeah. This was probably a month after I crashed, and we went on that trip like near the end of summer. So I was back in high school, my senior year, and then I went and had the X-rays, and they're like, "Yeah, you broke like a piece of your shoulder off, and it's just like it's not there, and so it took the piece and moved it like 3 centimeters or whatever, and they're like, so." Technically, you don't need surgery on it because it will heal itself and it will pull back together. The problem is when you get old, it's going to start clicking, and then you like can't. It's going to make noises, and you can't do anything with it. And that's how you get old people that are like, I can't move my arms, like that type shit. Like
I've fallen and I can't get up because of an ATV when I was 17.
So they're like, we highly recommend you do surgery.
Right.
Yeah, so I took like 2 months off of school my senior year when it was like crunch.
You're getting out of there.
Crunch time. Yeah, I didn't give a fuck.
When you need to be there.
Yeah, they were like, I was just like, I'm out because I was on hardcore pain meds. Dude, so that was the one weird thing. They're like, this should really hurt. Why don't you hurt? And I was like, I don't know. I'm like, what's wrong with you? And
what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
What's he on? Look at his
they're
fucking
like,
eyes.
why is he so tough? And they're like even going into the surgery, like when I came out, they're like, how are you feeling? I was like, I'm fine. I'm like, I'm tired. And they're like, how much do you hurt? I'm like a 4. And they're like, what? Like, you should be like 12. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm like, I'm ready to go.
That's the best possible situation.
So I don't know why I didn't hurt. I guess I'm just tough.
I think you're rough, tough, pick your nose and eat this stuff, dude. If I could quote an old country boy.
So I got all that time off of school, fucked me over. But it was a nice couple weeks. I played Xbox for a bit.
Did you put your KD ratio back up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Get them scores back up?
Yeah, it was just weird. And then my arm got infected.
Oh, gross. You're fucking gross, dude.
And they're like, we need to fix that because you're going to die.
Yeah, you can.
And they're like it's the first time I've ever seen it where we were talking with the doctor and he's just like, yeah, send me a picture of it. I was like, I don't have to like come check up or anything. He's like, no, but you sound concerned, so let me just get a picture of it. And my mom sends him a picture of my arm, and he's like, you're coming in tomorrow for surgery. This
just
is
like
not,
that.
yeah, this is not to fuck around with. Like, we need to fix this now.
What did it look? Did it look gross?
It was like yellow, and like it was.
Was there pus,
so
dude?
My scar now.
Let me see your fucking
If I
scar.
can get my sweatshirt up. It's not too bad. I mean, it's still.
That's a pretty good little slug.
It's
of a
still
scar, though.
Unnecessarily like weird.
Right.
Like, it hasn't gone away, and because they had to cut over it twice, so it's probably not going to go away.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was crazy, and like, that's the first time I've broken anything, and it's always with. It's always with Ethan. I don't know what it is about that kid.
He's like a weird. He's like a good luck.
I mean, granted,
friend, but bad luck.
He's also the only person that I like actually do stuff with, though. So
yeah, the ratio's kind of small. Yeah.
So
diversify your portfolio. You know what I'm saying?
I'm here now. I try and get new friends.
35-year-old dude in his garage.
Yeah,
making good steps.
My most of my friends now are just coworkers.
Yeah, that's what it
That's what it boils down to sometimes.
Because it's where you're concentrating your efforts more. The people that you're around, you're going to start developing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's the plus and minus of me and my wife's situation and having kids.
Do you two work together?
We don't.
Okay.
She works a morning shift and I work a night shift.
But you do work the same place.
We work at the same spot.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is that how you met?
No, we actually met. We met through my cousin. My cousin had she come to one of my band shows at House of Blues.
Ooh.
So it was this really cool show, right?
Which House of Blues?
It was the House of Blues in Hollywood, I think.
Hollywood?
Yeah, it wasn't Anaheim. It was
there's
Hollywood.
like 50 of them.
And it was one of these things where like my cousin had come, and it's funny because I'd gotten like my buddy was like, you want this ecstasy pill? And I'm like, I've never done that before. I don't know. And so I was kind of like going back and forth about it. I'm like, I'm not going to drive home. And like, it's not like I don't have any demons in my head. I'm probably just going to be super nice.
Yeah.
But I do get a little nervous doing those kind of drugs around like in social settings, especially for the first fucking time. So
yeah.
I was like, I'm just going to do half. And then, here you can have the other half. So
nice.
I did the one half. And I was just waiting for it to happen so much that it just felt like nothing was happening. And I was like, bunk of drugs. I hate you. But as I was like sitting there waiting to feel something, my cousin comes up and she's like, hey, I brought my friend Ronnie.
Oh.
And I do this quick kind of glance at Ronnie and I just see like these cat eye glasses, this cute little Asian chick, big lips. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, what's up, Chinese girl? I thought she was Chinese. I was like, what's up, dude?
Ooh.
My drummer's Chinese. I know a little bit of words. Let me holla, 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 me holla. And then couldn't find out she was Filipino. I'm like, that's still cool. I love you so much. Have my kids and be my wife.
Swamp Asian.
But so you're more like Pacific Islander. You're not really Asian. But that's fine. It's fine. Well, we can argue that in another episode. But I like to give her shit. I'm like, you're not really Asian. You're more like...
I just call it... It's Swamp Asian.
Is it Swamp Asian?
That's what I go for. Like I did the 23andMe.
Right.
And...
You're part Swamp Asian.
Yeah. It's...
So she's definitely Asian because...
The lower ones, like Thai and stuff like that.
Right.
I actually found out... So there's like 4 different types of Chinese that they categorize.
Okay.
Because like China's been around so long that their people are actually different.
Right.
Southern Chinese people are more Thai. They like broke off from Thailand and came up.
Okay.
And they call it Chinese Dai.
Right.
Which is it's more swampy.
Like, country. Like
yeah,
it's sort of like country.
So that's where my grandpa's actually from. Like he I think he worked on like a rice farm.
Okay.
And like
OG
that was his
shit, dude.
That was yeah.
OG shit.
Like poor China. Like all the like
dynasties and rich glitz areas.
Yeah, all the big cities though are
Beijing and
like
Taiwan.
they speak Mandarin.
Right.
My grandpa's Cantonese.
Okay.
So there's like that you can kind of tell, and then it's just like my mom. She gets so mad. She's like 10% Vietnamese, and she didn't know that. She's like, I'm not fucking Vietnamese. I'm Chinese. I'm like, yeah, but you're still kind of Vietnamese. like, so like just doing 23andMe, we just realized like we're a little more swamp than we thought.
Went down a little bit, and you know what? I mean, dude, my dad's fucking Mexican from fucking Mexico, like from Tijuas, from right there. You know what I mean?
Like
it's a tribe.
Spanish.
It's a tribe of Mexican Indian called Richo.
Yeah.
So he is Richo.
So that makes you Native American.
So that makes me like I'm a form of Native American. I'm half form of Native American.
Dope.
Which is why I got some. That was like the one thing when I was a kid. I was super into Native Americans, dude. I loved Dance with Wolves. I used to draw. I used to love like movies on Crazy Horse or Geronimo. My mom she would always get movies on Indians. I used to be I used to draw them on their horses and shit, dude. Fucking feathers. I used to make bow and arrows. I used to, all that shit. I was super hard into Native culture. But I always thought that I was just a whitewashed Mexican kid. Yeah. That's. I mean. To Mexican people, I'm white as fuck. Yeah. And to white people, I'm pretty white. I'm still pretty white. Like, skateboarding, punk rock, like, what else could I, you know what I mean? Yeah. Fucking, I'm American as fuck, dude. I'm a fucking American, bitch.
Whatever. Be proud
Jason,
of your past.
These colors don't run, brother.
Brother.
Just kidding. Brother. They run a little bit.
No. I think it's nice to have the ethnic.
I think it is. I think.
Definitely proud of it.
I definitely am proud, but I'm not like brown pride. Yeah. I'm not ready to go like I still feel like if I went on a reservation, I would just feel like a privileged little shit. And I see the sad irony in it where I'm like, fuck, dude. I almost feel like maybe I should just give up all my shit to Native American. Be like, here, you can have this, dude. Like, that's it's your shit, you know?
This is from your people.
This is I take from your people and give back to your people. I am your brother from the south of Chula Vista. I am your San Diego brother to the south.
Chupacabra.
Watch out for that chupacabra. How do you do? What was like what were you into like when you were first a kid, like your kind of like heroes or whatever?
My heroes?
Inspiration kind of when you were a little kid.
Michael Jackson.
You're fucking gay. Dude. I'm just kidding. No, dude. Men and women both cannot deny the power of Michael Jackson. Yeah. There's something that just goes past all his goofy visual shit and his nose shit and his pigmentation shit. Yeah, I missed all of that.
So I was really just like, so he was black and now he's not. Whatever. Yeah, like that's. Everyone else experienced it, and they're like, his nose is changing.
It's changed. It's so sharp now. It's so sharp, Jason. That shit would pop your fucking eye out, mate, if you got too close to you.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really exposed to too much. Okay. We talked about last episode, like my TV show stuff.
Watching MASH, a lot of MASH and Matlock. Golden Girls.
Older shows, yeah. That's what I realized, though. Like, that probably made me who I am. Is like, I watch.
Gives you a little bit more old soul.
Yeah, I watch more less cartoons and more live action stuff.
Right.
Which probably has something to do with the way I am now, because I know a lot of like people grow. Did you watch like cartoons when you were younger?
Are you fucking dude? Fuck yes.
So that
dude.
makes you who you are now.
Fuck
That's
yeah.
it. That
Goofy.
explains why you're like all about anime and stuff like that.
Yes. I mean, anime. Dude, I got into anime when I was like 10 years old.
Okay, so yeah, you've definitely
Yes.
like that was you.
That was my shit.
I didn't have cartoons, so like,
The
like
fuck did you
I'm
do?
all about
Play
like
Jenga?
I'm all about like I know it's weird, but I like watching vlogs, or I used to. I don't have time
Okay.
anymore. But like I used to enjoy
Super
watching
weird,
people's
by the way.
vlogs and like
Okay.
like lifestyle stuff. Just because
Super funny.
I've always
Who are
watched,
you? I love it, dude. This is great.
because I've always like when I was like 4, most people watched like Rugrats or whatever
Yes.
shit like that. I watched Malcolm in the Middle.
Okay.
You know that show?
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, that like, or like when I was 8, like still going to Blockbuster, we would watch My Name Is Earl. Do you know that show?
Dude. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sorry, you're older than me. I forget.
I know. Well, not only do I know that, but my brother and his friend have a funny story. So remember that movie, Not Another Teen Movie?
Yeah.
Okay, so that movie was filmed at Monrovia High School.
Oh, word.
And during that time, I was, I think, a junior. My brother was a freshman. So we were at
Mhm.
the same high school. We're finally at the same school together.
Yeah.
And it was fucking rad, dude. We ran that fucking school. He had a band in high school that got into like the whatever the yearbook, and my band got into the yearbook too. So it's funny. It's like
Dope.
there was like this little Padilla brother little niche we carved out for ourselves in Monrovia. But so when they filmed at our school, they fucking like facelifted it hardcore. Like our school had never looked so good, and that high school had been there since 1887. That was a fucking OG. high school.
1887.
Yeah. That's when
Damn.
Monrovia was established and that high school was erected. And a lot of the parts of the buildings, the main office, are still like the original. There's like plaques on the walls from students that left during high school to go fight and died in World War II.
Fuck.
Crazy shit. There's also a fucking network of
Wait,
tunnels.
1882.
1887.
1887.
Yes. So for World War.
So like right after like Civil War shit.
Pretty much, yeah. Established, like still fucking.
Fuck.
I mean, and you'll notice too, like in Monrovia, it's old, rich, white money.
Yeah.
For sure, dude. And it's that gentrification of like below the tracks is where like people of color live, and above the tracks is like mostly where the white people would live. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
And then I feel like you can probably find that in a lot of cities. That's not anything new. But what was trippy was what the fuck was I talking about?
You
Fuck.
were talking about.
Son of a. We do this. I'm gonna have to do this a lot with
I know.
you, Jason. I'm sorry. You have to wrangle me back in.
You were talking about your high school. And
Yes.
them filming in
Yes.
Monrovia.
So they revamped our high school. They gave us these fake lockers, like this whole thing. They're doing this full-time filming at the school.
Yeah.
And in our dance auditorium, Jamie Lee Presley, who is from My Name Is Earl,
Right.
was doing this. I think there's a part in the movie where she does like this dance thing with her cheerleader homegirls, where the fuck. So they're practicing it in this room. And my brother and his buddy Scott Mendoza are walking through the high school grounds, whatever, and they hear something, so they pop open the door, and they're like peeking the door, going, "Oh, check it out, it's fucking Jamie Lee Presley, all these hot chicks, fucking in like cheerleading outfits, you know." And they're just kind of like they're watching for a minute,
Yeah.
and Jamie Lee Presley like notices her, and she's like, close the door." my brother's friend Scott Mendoza goes, "You're a bitch," and just fucking slams the door hard as fuck, dude. And so, and that's just whenever I think of My Name Is Earl, I just think of Jamie Lee Presley, and the fact that she was a bitch. And the little brother in that movie, my brother met him, the young little kid actor, and said he was a goob. Like he was acting like he was like 30. He's like, "Yeah, I've done a couple of feature films. I've done some stuff in England." Blow a
Those
goat.
people are something else. They get like trapped into their own mindsets.
Dude, being an actor or actress from a young age and having it as a long career, and
It
heaven
fucks
forbid
them
you're
up.
successful, heaven forbid you're fucking successful, you become a fucking screwball, dude. Reality does not make sense.
Yeah.
And you
Like
it all like as soon as they start wearing crazy clothes, that's when you know it's starting to go, all right, this dude's going Johnny Depp's gonna bleach his fucking hair and get some shitty tattoos and drink wine all day. You know what I mean?
It's scary.
They just the human mind is not meant, I feel like, not yet, it hasn't evolved, to be able to for 3 years be somebody and then just let go of that person.
Yeah.
Like acting, I think, is detrimental more than it is beneficial for these people. Like, you can see inspiring movies and inspiring biographies on these actors and what they've overcome.
Yeah.
But they had all this fucked up shit to happen to them. That's why they want to be actors. Because no fucking smart person wants to be a fucking actor. You want attention. You need something that you didn't fucking get when you grew up.
Yeah.
You know? Like, you're compensating for something by approval of masses. And then when you get it, and then you start smelling your own shit thinking it's roses. But it's really boo, boo, boo. You know what I'm talking about?
I do Outkast.
I love that dude.
I do too.
Listen.
That was my shit.
Outkast is one of those groups that I always forget that everything I've ever heard from them is dope. I've never heard a song and been like, I don't like that Outkast song. I'm like, wow, they're dope. And Andre, his lyrics are, his flows are sick as shit. I love the way he rhymes. I love his rhythm.
See, so going back to it just a little bit, I feel like it's things like that make me unchildish, if that makes sense. I never got along with, rarely got along with kids. I always hung out with my brother's friends, which was probably weird. Kids. But they were more accepting of it, and I could tell they didn't look at me like a little shit child. Right. And I feel that way with a lot of people like this. You don't fucking look at me like. No,
it's honestly hard to. When I tell people and they're like, "Dude, he's out of high school," I'm like, "Yeah, but he's not. He's not out of high school in his head. Yeah. It's kind of like he was probably ready to get out of high school earlier." And it's not like I'm taking you on a road trip and fucking your brain out. I'm like, you're coming with some of your own shit, even though you may not have the experience. I still feel like, and a lot of people that listen to the podcast before you got on, like we talked about, they enjoyed listening to you. You know, you've got a good open-mindedness and all that kind of stuff too.
Thank you, people.
Yes, the masses have spoken.
Good stuff. Thanks a lot. Camera, we got one camera.
If you're getting a shot of this is a quilt my mom made. Took her 3 years to make. And there's a bunch of band lyrics from me and my brother's band to my favorite band. She did a great job, dude.
Nice.
OG moms like that are fucking
a little bit of treble. Yeah, dude.
Dope. She's got a little treble, a little bass clef treble. You know, she knows what's up.
She knows it.
A lot of Bob Marley on there, though.
Yeah.
You know?
I think she knew who you were going to be.
Yeah, she's like, this motherfucker's definitely going to be smoking weed. What the hell is this going to calm him down? He's got ADHD.
She's like, Callanan, nothing's working.
So, can I prescribe a little bit of the back bush fucking bushweed, mate? Bushwhacker. What are we at on time-wise here? Let's see where
we are at an hour 17.
Ooh, that's getting pretty good, dude.
Yeah, we can keep going though.
Let's go a little bit longer. Is there I feel like I've been talking the most. Do you have anything you want to bring up since the week has happened?
The week, nothing.
Ponder this a little bit longer and speak out loud. I'm gonna grab another brewski.
Okay, I don't know if I should edit this or just keep talking, so I'll keep talking. Yeah, but I think not too much is going on in my day-to-days, but I feel like I am pursuing a lot and I'm getting somewhere with
obviously this podcast.
This is dope.
Filthy fucking rich.
Hey, we should we're running a real ghetto setup here.
Yes, we are.
And we need
some sponsors.
We need some sponsors, so if you got anyone that you know or you want to sponsor us.
Say this. Say you got an uncle or an aunt or a cousin or a brother-in-law or sister-in-law that's got a business.
Yeah.
While this podcast is not exactly the most PC, we're never going to say anything bad about your company.
Yeah.
Right? No. We know how to have a sponsor.
Obviously,
we could totally do this.
I've done it before. I know how to.
Yes.
I don't need to sell myself, though. I feel like we're not... If you actually listen, which... Maybe sponsorships don't, but if you're listening to us, you realize we're not over the top judgmental assholes.
No, this podcast has no agenda but to make fun of and discuss the agendas of all other agendas,
Right? we're open and we're down. If you have an opinion that's opposite of ours, like feel free to
even better. Like let's fucking discuss that and figure out why.
We need to get some more people on here that we can have opposing opinions that we can talk about. I think that
it's gonna get gnarly in here. We're gonna fucking cuss. It's gonna be so much fun.
But yeah, I think this is really positive. We're moving forward. We're getting some good shit going.
And it seems like a lot of people are excited that we're on Spotify now. So I feel like,
I gotta so I'm Dom's new tech boy.
He's a co-host and tech boy.
Engineer of this podcast.
Yes. The brains.
I got on Spotify because I was so excited about that. I forgot about our Apple users.
Yeah. We're not gonna neglect the Apple users.
So I'm gonna work on getting us onto Apple Podcasts, which
step
is
by step.
a little more difficult than Spotify, but it should be fine. We should get to it.
We're gonna get there.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah. It's. I think what's really gonna be fun too is this year they're gonna be a lot more consistent.
Absolutely.
This show is gonna be.
We need to pick a day of the week, but we're definitely working on one a week.
Yes.
Last week we did what? Monday? Sunday?
I think we did it. Yeah, we put out Sunday, I think. Or no, I think it did end up coming out Monday. I think Monday has been the usual day.
Mondays.
That it's come out. Because we're going to record Thursday.
Yeah.
We got a lot of days to figure out if it sounded like dog shit or not.
Is Thursdays your go-to day?
I think as the way the schedule works out for me, Thursday is going to be ideal until my schedule flips and changes.
Okay.
But it works great because I don't have to feel guilty about like not hanging out with my wife.
You know what I
mean, because I've still got 2 days with her, and I want to dedicate time to do this because this has been created to do this. So I think it'll definitely be more consistent. We're gonna have people like Kyle, and I've got a good friend of mine, C, that's gonna come on and discuss growing up. And we're going to learn some things about chickens, dude.
Chickens.
Are you fucking stoked about learning about some shit about some chickens?
I feel like I've got a base knowledge, but I'm ready to learn more.
I'm ready to learn a couple of weird little things about some different breeds. My friend
clucks.
is pretty knowledgeable.
Okay.
So I'm excited to have C. I've also got a buddy of mine who's doing a little motorcycle trip down over to this area, and I'm hoping to get him on.
Oh, that would be
just
dope.
to talk about what it's like to fucking go from state to state on a motorcycle. That's got to be the shit.
Yeah.
Dude. It's
that man has to be happy.
He probably has the biggest dick, dude. It's probably just it's probably when he sits on his bike seat, he probably has to
it's his
move
kickstand.
It over. It is his kickstand. Every stop he just leans over and bends that fucking. His head is so rough, so calloused. It's just a fucking knuckle.
I can bring people if we need it. I know
that is very open. It's very open. I mean, obviously. You know how I am. If some jackass is over here, we're gonna rip into him super hard. But, no, I'm just kidding. I think it'll be exciting.
I do have a buddy that's interested. He is he does like musical stuff.
Okay.
He's a singer, plays guitar.
Nice.
So he's got similar aspects to us. I think he would be
we
dope
could rap about some music.
Yeah.
Hippie
hop, bip bop.
We've also got to continue the some of the traditions that started with we got to hit some people with some fuck kill marries. So we got to think of fuck kill marries for our guests. It's funny to pick their brains.
Okay, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So when you bring your buddy, you got to come up with the fuck kill marry for him.
Okay.
And then if I have a guest, I'll come up with a fuck kill
some other questions.
Fucking kill marries all over this son of a bitch. You
okay.
I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, I want to do at one or two times I want to get me and you playing some video games. And then, like, having a conversation while we're doing it.
That would be dope.
I
feel like, I don't know, so the other thing I was thinking about is I think we want to expand into more than just podcasts. Obviously, we need to get this solid and get this figured out. But, like, I think we should do some other shit, too, to get our creative shit going. Yeah.
I got creative juices
oozing
out of all of me.
Me and Ethan always did like skit videos.
Right.
And we always filmed shit. That was fun. Maybe, I don't know about skits as a little.
It'd be hilarious, like.
Like me and you.
Young guy skit. Yeah. Trying to bridge the gap of humor.
Yeah.
What we're trying to. Like if we're doing like.
But we could.
Did you see that thing on the internet where it's the rice prank?
The rice prank?
The Walmart rice prank?
No.
Oh, dude, it's so fucking good. Okay, let me set the scene for you, Jason.
Let me hear it.
So let's say I'm the dude. I'm filming you. Right?
Okay.
And in between me and you in this aisle at Walmart or whatever is our victim. And they're shopping, looking, doing something. What you would do is you would take a bag of rice, cut it open, the top, and you fling it up hard and fast as fuck, and then go right into doing something. And I'm like filming you, and you just kind of you look up as they look up. Dude, these two dudes were doing it was so fucking funny. Because they do with these black chicks, they're like, what the fuck? That's just fucking like pissed as shit, all caught up in their hair. They're just like so fucking mad.
So you want to do prank shit? You
want to?
I got a couple prank ideas.
You got a couple pranks?
Dude, there's this one guy. I don't remember the name of his channel, but you'll have to look him up. He does like stupid shit that you wouldn't like. That's like uncomfortable level shit.
Ooh, like some Eric Andre, Zach Galifianakis shit, dude.
I mean, yeah, he's one of the funniest ones though I saw though was his hot dog prank. He would take hot dogs and sneak them into people's pockets.
What the fuck?
Like just fucking like sneak a hot dog in their pocket, and they'd be like, "What the fuck?"
We should do that with eggs, with fucking straight up like raw eggs.
Oh my, dude, you're a dick.
And then that's how you, dude. I had a buddy who a coworker did that as a prank.
Yeah.
But when they dropped the egg in his jacket while he was working, it cracked on his phone, and it fucked his phone up. And you know when you have an Apple phone, and you send it in, they give you refurbished. They don't give you a new one.
Yeah.
So he's like, that phone worked perfectly, and the 3 phones that I've had since then are all dog shit, and I hate this person, and the egg fucking did it. And that's the kind of shit, that's the kind of rapport I want to have with people.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I want people to hate me. Like I couldn't do coworkers, but like random strangers, who gives a fuck?
Oh my god.
Oregon's so big, we'll go to Grants Pass. We'll fucking destroy them out there.
Okay. Yeah.
Here's something serious. This is a serious thing. I'm going to flip the show real quick and get serious and see if anybody hears anything or if anybody ever thinks to do this. So I got a friend of mine who they live out in Jacksonville, and they have a dog, and they have a nice big backyard. They live in a great area, a great neighborhood.
Okay.
Some psychotic motherfucker has been running around with poisoned meatballs, with poison in them, and like throwing them over yards and getting all these dogs fucked up and sick. And their dog is sick, dude. And it's fucked up, dude.
That's messed up.
If anyone hears or knows anything about that or
fuck
it's happening in your area, either fuck him up or let us know, and let's try to fucking get this fucker put away, because that's dog shit.
Yeah,
dude.
People fucking suck. That, like,
it's weird. Remember when you would see like videos of like
young
kids like torturing animals?
Yeah,
and like it would be on YouTube for them, and you're like, how the fuck is this on the? Who, like some little Brazilian kid choking out a fucking? And I'm not trying to say, but like some kid in some country doing some stupid shit.
Like the dude that boxed the kangaroo.
A dude boxed a kangaroo.
You haven't seen that?
No.
Oh my god, this kangaroo like squared up to him and he fucking clocks the kangaroo, dude.
Pull that shit up. I want to watch it right. I don't have my phone. I need you to pull this up, Jason.
Oh my god, that shit's funny.
Have you? A kangaroo is swole as fuck.
Yeah,
Who's
dude.
trying to do that?
Also, if you get kicked by one, they're gonna fucking kill you.
If they don't break your neck, they'll break your fucking chest.
Oh my god, dude. He got lucky.
You got some balls with a fucking...
Yeah, it was probably like a year or two ago. This video.
Was it Australian, dude?
Where else are kangaroos?
He's like, I'm going to mine. Why?
Could have been American, like in the.
That fucking kangaroo is going MGTOW, bro. That kangaroo said, "Fuck it." Almost all fucking up Yemens. Let me see this fucking video, Jason. I'm so excited.
I don't know. Dude punches kangaroo.
Yeah, dude fights kangaroo. Dude gets fucked up by kangaroo. Dude gets fucked by... If you got that one, dude gets fucked by kangaroo, we can watch that too.
Man punches a kangaroo in the face to rescue his dog. Okay, so there was something else to it.
Dude, okay, it's only acceptable if his dog was like a big dog that got fucked. Let it go. Bitch punches the kangaroo, puts his hands up like, oh shit. Wait a minute. This dude. Oh. Okay, dude. Let me just describe this video.
Yeah.
So what you see is this dude with like a flannel backwards hat. He looks like a skinny fucking American dude inside a Home
Oi,
Depot.
mate.
And he's like, this kangaroo has the dog by like the neck. Like, it's like holding the dog. Like,
I forgot
this is my
about
dog
that.
now. And the guy's coming up like, get the fuck off my dog, dude. The kangaroo, dude. And then the dog, like, the kangaroo like kind of does this little hop. The dog gets away. And then the kangaroo, the dude square up like the kangaroo fucked his dog, and that's that dude's best fucking friend or his girlfriend. Like,
Yeah.
you fuck my fucking dog?
He didn't just like let it go.
He just go, okay, the dog's free, let's just walk away.
Nah,
like, no, I
he's
need to
a-
teach this
I'm
fucking
ready.
kangaroo to fuck.
Fuck you,
This kangaroo
kangaroo.
ain't gonna fuck with nobody's fucking
Nah.
dogs anymore.
Fuck that.
And he gives him a little fucking punch to the face, and the kangaroo puts his little ass into himself. Oh shit!
Oh my god.
He's like, oh, this human's fucking serious. I gotta throw kicks. But let's be really honest. That human's fucking for sure lucky that kangaroo didn't decide to fucking throw two legs in his
dude, because they
chest.
can lean on their tails, right?
Their tail
and they can
is
totally
as
just
thick as their fucking legs, dude.
fuck.
It's almost weird that they don't just like they weren't a creature that just whips that fucking
Oh my
beefy
God.
tail around. But
Can
it
you
probably
imagine?
only got big and buff because they kept leaning back since they're kids.
Yeah.
They're working that tail fucking muscle out, dude. Kangaroos are
Animals.
like the varsity jocks of the Australian kingdom, dude. They just look like jockey white dudes.
They're just
They look like dicks, like asshole, like jerks, like big. Their chests are always out. They always.
Can you imagine? So that's the equivalent like of a deer, right? They have so many of them.
So many
They're
kangaroos,
like
man.
an issue.
Yeah.
That's the same. We have a deer. Can you imagine if we had animals that stood
That
up
could actually fight, like,
and that have
fuck
like
with you?
yeah,
Oh, dude.
like do you imagine how fucked Americans would be?
Dude, there'd be like, listen, the only people that would be not getting knocked out would be like the black people. These fools would just be fucking
Like-
these kangaroos up. What's up? Oh, hell no. Blah, blah, blah. Because I'm getting knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
And Mexicans, they don't know they've never seen a fucking kangaroo before. They're like, that shit's stupid. Get out of here. Everybody's going back down to fucking Mexico. They fucking
my
kangaroo
God.
outbreak over here, dude.
Like
What about getting whipped by an iguana? Like, have you ever had a friend that's had an iguana and he's like, yeah, be careful because he whips. I'm like, I'm
No.
not coming into your fucking house then, dude.
like a couple feet iguana?
Yeah,
No.
because those tails will fucking leave fat welts on you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have experience with that. I used to have lizards as a kid. Did you?
Right. I had turtles
Turtles?
because I'm fucking Ninja Turtle boy, dude.
Dope.
And they were all named Raphael.
Yeah.
Don't fucking ever trip about that whole wee. And they smell like shit when they die, dude. I had one that I don't know if my brother let him out or I let him out, but he got out and distracted. Then came back, couldn't find him in our room. Looking all over the house, couldn't find him.
Like
couldn't
what
find
kind? Like a hand-sized turtle?
him. A red slider.
Okay.
Red slider.
Yeah.
And 1 day goes by, 2 days go by, and at the third day, the room is smelling like fucking sweet sour death, dude. And we're like zeroing in on the stink, and it's like coming from the TV area, and we're like, what the fuck? And behind our dresser and TV, this little dude got himself wedged up, and he couldn't move, and he just died there, dude, in my room.
Damn.
Dude. And you're like thinking, wouldn't this little fucker make some moves, like a little scratchy, let us
Like
know?
like 137 hours. Just like start biting his arm off.
Fucking use that beak, bro. That's what it's there for. Or suck in, bitch. What the fuck? Suck in and aren't you supposed to be able to eat? Like, what do they do when do they hibernate?
I don't know.
I don't know much about the turtle.
I started watching this series of do you know what like bushcraft people are?
That sounds insane.
So they're just like they go out into the wilderness and they like enjoy like building stuff in the
dude, I've
woods
seen those dudes like who build like fireplaces and shit with like mud and just stone and trees just
Yeah.
from right there.
Well, so there's like the caveman side of that's like primitive technology.
Right.
He's the guy that like forefronts that.
Okay.
Where he like builds as primitive people would as cavemen. Then there's like this scam piece of it where like all these Asian channels just copy the primitive videos, or they'll take someone else's video and just turn it backwards.
Right.
They fuck with it, or like some of them do original stuff, like they'll like build like a Roman tower from stones, or
Right.
they'll like build a hut in the side of a hill, stuff like that.
fucking fascinating.
It's weird. And then bushcraft is just like white people that do it. And they're just like, they just do it. They don't do like primitive shit. They'll use normal tools, but like they'll build like a cabin from scratch.
From just the trees around them kind of thing. That's some shit that we don't know how to do anymore, bro. As like men and humans. Yeah. I don't know how to fucking build a square box. I could probably bake a box.
That would be a dope like challenge to do.
Podcast for a week about us trying to fucking build a structure.
We should
that like holds out the rain.
We should do like some outdoor videos when the weather gets better.
Where we drink our own urine.
So let me explain this bushcraft series that I've been watching. It is called the 30-day challenge, where they go out into the wilderness. They didn't bring any food. They brought some seasonings and coffee. Okay. And a bunch of tools from like sponsors and all that sort of jazz. And they are just surviving off of the wilderness for 30 days.
That sounds fucking fun. And
I know,
a really
right?
nice short version of Survivor.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that would be sketchy as fuck. It would be fun to do like a couple days though.
It'd be fun just to see what we make before we go, fuck this, somebody pick us up. Honey, pick us up. We're done.
Yeah. But so it's not, the whole series isn't out yet.
Okay. What are you watching it on?
YouTube.
Okay.
YouTube. I forget the name of the dude too, but it's like
he's
the
not
first.
paying us, so we're not gonna advertise for it anyway.
Yeah, it's dope though. So they like struggle with like catching stuff. The first couple days they only eat like crawfish, and they're just like they throw like traps, and they're just picking up like a couple hundred crawfish, and they're making like crawfish stew, and then they catch fish like the next couple days. Then they catch turtles.
No, dude.
And I'm like,
no, dude.
I've never.
Let them go, dude.
Yeah, like I don't. They're so hardcore into survival shit. And I guess if you're doing that, like you need to eat what you need to eat. But like,
fuck that.
I've never thought about eating a turtle.
Dude, how gross does turtle probably taste, bro?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know. And these weirdos. So I'm a little further into the series, and they caught a possum and they ate a possum.
Oh, that's.
And they caught a raccoon and ate that. And I'm like, he's like, this raccoon's so good. He's like, it's not just because I'm out in the wilderness. Like, I would buy this if like if people sold raccoon. I'm like, so I don't know how this dude's taste preferences go.
Where is it taking place?
So he's from Maine. It's taking place in Texas.
Oh, they got earth out there in Texas. Yeah. They got some wilderness, dude.
So, but so I think I'm on like episode 10 now. Okay. They've caught 3 turtles.
Oh, these fucking monsters, dude.
Yeah, like I don't know, like he said there's not a lot of meat on them, which I'm like, then why are you fucking eating it?
Well, fuck, if it's been a bad day, I guess all you have is turtle in the fridge, fucker. Go for it, dude. Tonight I dine on turtle.
But I've never thought about it. Like I looked up images of turtles without a shell because I was just curious, like what the hell that is.
I'm just curious what the hell that is.
They're weird. They're weird. Like they look like a rat without fur. Ugh. And they're just like weird, and they got a little beak.
It's like birds without feathers. You're like, this looks like a fucking weird thing.
Oh my, dude, did you know owls are like 90% leg? Have you seen an owl without feathers? Their legs are like this long, and then they're a little tiny head.
Shut the.
All those feathers are just. It looks so fucking weird.
Dude, because like with feathers, they're majestic.
Yeah.
Without it,
they look fucking weird.
Gymnast motherfucker. Some no neck.
But like. They like cleaned out the turtles, and it's like not that much meat because the whole inside of the shell, which I didn't know, it's just like guts.
Oh,
the only meat parts are the legs and the head.
Dude,
everything else is just like.
Do they eat the brains?
I don't think they did.
You think they did and didn't say it because it's illegal? You think they get smarter if they? Do you think you get smarter if you eat brains?
No.
There it is. There's a question I wanted to ask you.
No.
Why not?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Like,
you don't. That's not how that any of that works.
Why not though, dude?
It would be cool.
Wouldn't that be sick if you gain some turtle powers a little bit later on? I don't know what the fuck you could go slower.
It's just weird. That's weird.
You could suck in your all.
So hypothetically, on your, outer space scenario.
Ooh, so outer. I love it.
Like, if you died, they could just make someone eat your brain and then you now exist.
It'd be like Altered Carbon, except there's no sleeve stacks. It's just fucking.
Fuck.
You're like
just a little snack of brain, and then
then you'd have to hope that someone would eat you to keep you going, dude.
Fuck.
You'd be dependent on cannibalism.
This
to
is
survive.
a fucking show. We need.
Yeah.
I need fucking copyright.
Fucking
this.
Michael Bay, call us up, dude. We got explosions. We got
hit
guts.
it.
We
got a lot of ideas.
Wahlberg will be in the third one. It'll be fucking sick. That last Transformer movie was dog shit wrapped in cat shit.
Which
wrapped
one?
In the
Not Bumblebee, right?
No, before that one.
I saw the first one and I was like, this is trash.
With Mark Wahlberg. Where he's
I don't
like
know.
super buff but tries to play a scientist nerd. I'm like,
yeah.
I never seen a nerd with abs, bitch. Fuck this movie. Fuck this.
Dude, I have a friend from high school who, as a freshman, he was like absolutely typical nerd.
Right.
Like he was just like, he was scrawny fat, like skinny fat.
Okay.
And he had no muscle or anything. And he looked like he had like a receding hairline. He looked like he was like 40.
It was happening early.
Yeah. He does like bodybuilding, but in his house, and he just does like his own little thing.
Regiment?
He doesn't go to gyms, and he doesn't do like bench or anything like that. He just does
prison workout, homie.
Yeah, he does prison workout, and he's so fucking ripped, and he's like he was like a valedictorian, and he had like 4.0, and he was fucking like up on the stage when we were graduating, and he's like ripped as shit. I'm like, who is this guy? Like he's one of the most toned people I've seen in high school, and he's a nerd. Like he's a top class nerd.
I'm fucking tired of getting made fun of. Let me know,
Dude,
fuckers.
Holy shit! And he was just like,
was his hair just? But was his
I don't
hair
know.
still
I
going?
don't know about.
Because
He cut it short actually.
Yeah, you damn right he did because he had to fucking make it
Oh
blend
my god!
in, dude.
I don't want my hair to go away.
Listen, Jason, as a man,
Yeah,
it's really like it's a big deal for us.
it is.
You know, it's insane. And I have people that are younger than me that have the cul-de-sac. And I'm like, fuck, man. Like I always feel bad because I'm like, fuck. But then I always go, dude.
I think you're doing good.
If they can find strength and do it, like if whatever happens to me, if I go bald, I'm gonna fucking rock it. I'm gonna shave it all and fucking get tattoos up to my neck. Like,
dude,
just flip the script on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Flip the script, dude. Work with what you got. That's what you have to do.
Yeah.
You just gotta work with what you got.
Is yours pretty much the same as it was?
Yes. The only thing that's gotten a little shorter is just these little crannies,
corners. Yeah.
But my brother's is even a little bit thinner than mine. So I think as far as it goes, like it's still pretty good. My dad still has a pretty decent mop ahead here too. I know that they say supposedly your grandparents, but it's really weird, or your mom's dad, but it's really weird how like much I take after my dad. So why wouldn't my hair also fall into that?
I don't know.
That's a weird.
Genetics are weird.
I'm like, is that really an actual scientific fact, or is that a fucking old wives' tale?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude, there's some weird like tales. Like one of them, pregnant people, they feel like if they have heartburn when they're pregnant, the kid's going to have hair when they're born.
Yeah, something about there's heartburn that they're gonna be born with a full head of hair.
What? Like, is that science or is that bullshit?
Are you taking into account maybe the drugs they've done or cigarettes?
Yeah.
Or anything
Also,
they've done to their
first
body?
off, don't most people that are pregnant have heartburn anyways?
Isn't that like part of the process?
Like what? You mean?
And by the way, we're two dudes talking about pregnancy.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. We're not judging.
It's the third hole.
We're
comes
commenting
at you from all angles.
Yeah.
Listen,
we're asking questions.
We're speaking for women as well.
I'm not.
I'm representing women right now, and I want to say that heartburn, having a kid is easy. It's the hardest part is being the husband, sitting there going, "Yes, honey, you look great." Just kidding. Just kidding.
I am not.
No, going through that process, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
It was
you got two kids.
The third time in my life that I said, "Thank fucking God I'm a guy," because we just are lucky, dude.
Yeah.
No matter the struggles we have, those are some pretty lucky struggles because we never had to push a human out of our piss hole. Not even the asshole where like bigger things come out of. They do it through their pee-pee region.
Yeah.
Fuck me. And I know what the vagina is. I know that the piss doesn't come out of the big old tube. It's a little clitoris. I know what the clitoris is. Jason learned what the clitoris is. But it's some real shit. It's seeing a human come out of a fucking vagina, bro.
Yeah.
When my son came spin,
did she do the mirror?
So with Riley, he took a long time, and so we had the mirror to give motivation. We had she with different angles to kind of just make it easy, like used gravity.
Yeah.
And he took his sweet time, but he came out with some hair, and when he came out, dude. He spun out and he fucking looked at me, looked straight at me, and I was like in some of this too, some knuckle cracking. The whole time, it was still like I'm still watching Knocked Up. I still wasn't connected.
Yeah. Even
though I watched the epidural, even though I'm seeing the baby's hair, I'm seeing things happen.
Yeah.
But when it looked at me.
How are you a father?
How am I a dad, dude? When Riley looked at me, that's when it was I started crying. Waterworks. I was just like, we did it, babe. Even though you did most of it, but I was there, bitch. I love you. It was great.
Oh my God.
It's so trippy. And that was the moment then I started becoming a dad.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, oh.
How much did that change you?
It changed. Okay, so I'll be very, very honest. I thought I was going to have this fucking boom, universe whizzes by.
Yeah, like everyone talks about.
Yes, everything changes.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't that. I've seen myself change over time.
Yeah.
Certain things I do or I don't do anymore. But it did. I always wanted to maintain, and I've asked parents this too, and a lot of parents, especially ones that have had kids that are older now.
Yeah.
Not just fresh parents, because fresh parents are the worst to fucking talk to. They don't know shit. They don't know shit yet.
Okay.
I'm a fresh fucker.
Yeah.
But talking to older parents, I always said, me and Ronnie, not that we love each other more than our kids, but we always wanted to make sure that we love each other because we're best friends and because we were together before the kids, and that needs to be a strong bond.
Yeah.
Because if we're not together and we don't love each other, then the kids suffer because of that,
Yeah.
And then we always said, you pick your spouse, you don't pick your kids, you just love the fuck out of them. You know? And so it changed me in a way where I care more about, kind of like how, certain people have said, it made me more compassionate.
Okay.
I do see people differently, a little bit more. I still, see typical fucking piece of shit, you're still a piece of shit.
But you see, parents differently, too?
I give parents a lot more credit, and now when people are in where I work and they have kids, I have way more sympathy.
Instead of just being
get me out of this, get the fucking dumb kid out of here. Now I'm like, bring that dumb fucking kid over here. Let's see if we can make it happier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I still think that kids are fucking dumb little assholes. They're selfish little shits that only know how to take. And we love them and they're great, and you keep throwing things at them to mold them.
Right. That's human instinct, and then you just have to change it to what's your child preference.
Yes, and it's a lot of kind of listening to advice, but really just going with your gut, because they are your kids. You know what I mean? I can feel when Riley's a certain way or Sue's a certain way. It's just instinct.
Yeah.
But I always wanted to maintain. I'm not gonna turn all fucking pious and virtuous and pretend that all the shit that I did before kids isn't gone. I've still made mistakes. I've still been good and bad in my life, and that's what's made me who I am. So I still try to be the best dad, but I still am dude, I can't wait till these kids fucking go to grandma's house so I can play some fucking video games.
I think yeah, if I had to guess, because you're still very young at the brain,
young at heart.
Yes.
To quote a crooner.
I think that has something to say that you haven't changed yourself.
Right.
If you're still the way you were roughly in high school, then you're still
pretty. Yeah.
And I can tell that's kind of what
you said, Jason, is something each one of my really good friends has said. dude, how are you a dad? Because like I'll have my daughter and I'll talking about like, yeah, suck my dick, to my friend, and I'm like, oh shit, I got my daughter right here, you know. But it's to me like obviously when they get to a certain age, you gotta like watch what you say.
Yeah,
I'm going to school saying suck my dick. That's just not the parent teacher conference we want to have, and I really do not want to bring any unnecessary attention to my son, who's already gonna grow up as the only fucking flip Mexican motherfucker that's gonna be an Eagle Point.
It's a hard life, dude.
It's already gonna be hard, but it's fun as fuck, and it makes me still be a kid. It reminds me of like being a kid.
Yeah.
And when they watch like OG shit that I used to watch, and they get stoked, I'm like, yeah, you're my fucking, you came from my cum. I know you, dude. I know you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And fucking on that note, dude, should we get close to wrapping this thing up?
I think
we're coming up on 2 hours. That's a good one.
I think we're this is dope.
It's gonna be fine. I don't think we're gonna have to worry about content. I think we'll be able to roll pretty smooth.
Let's see. Let's think of anything that we have to cover. I know you talked about playing video games.
Yes.
Dope idea. I think like we could create we can do like gaming videos.
That'd be I would love to get paid to play video games while kids watch me on Twitch. These dumb fucking kids that are playing video games themselves. I don't get that. Jason, tell me why you would want to watch someone play a video game and not just play the video game.
That's all content, dude. We talked about this before. Christ, like everything is something you could do, but instead you're just watching it do. Other than like fictional shit. Or
like take a squirrel suit, go down a mountain, because I'm not doing that yet. I gotta go tandem. I gotta be wrapped up with a dude, squirreling it up.
Yeah, I mean it's all doable.
Oh, it's doable. Have you ever gone tandem with a bro? You ever gone tandy?
No.
One thing I want to do before this show wraps up is I want to say that it's really important that you guys realize that we're super excited to do this and we want to continue doing this.
Yeah.
But it really only makes sense if you guys are out there kind of telling people about this podcast, people that you know have a good sense of humor or that are looking for something to listen to on their long drives or they do a lot of commuting for work. Let them know about this podcast. We're on Spotify right now. We're also on Podbean, but that's going to change. We're going to try to get onto every avenue that we possibly can. And like here's someone's going to go, Dominic, what's your end goal with this podcast? For me personally, I don't know what Jason's end goal is. My end goal is to one day get on Joe Rogan and talk about how we started a podcast from a shitty little dumpy thing. And we did it because people like him and a lot of other people podcasts, instead of saying don't do a podcast, everyone's doing a podcast, people like them said do a podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I'm going to say a lot of stuff about the Joe Rogan podcast only because I appreciated someone saying that to me.
Yeah.
Or saying that to their audience.
That's exactly literally I brought up Gary Vee like a couple episodes ago. He literally has a video called Do a Podcast.
Yeah.
And he's like why fucking not?
Yeah,
like,
why not?
Yeah, like people who he talks about a lot of like everything boils down to you being insecure
and being scared to do it.
Yeah, like if you like don't post on Instagram because you're worried about what people think about you, like that's insecurity. Whereas if you just did it, those people that are fucking assholes
are always going to be assholes to everybody.
It's not going to you're not going to change them by not uploading.
Right.
And by uploading, you're going to be consistent. You're getting stuff out. You're getting content. Yeah. More content is the message. So
and from the younger generation, more content is the name of the game.
Yeah.
And on that flip note, chicks that just wear clothes and shake their booty in front of their camera, less content.
less content.
It's great. You have a great butt, but guess what? Every fucking chick nowadays on the internet has a great butt.
Yeah.
You're not different anymore. It's just the same.
Yeah, you need to
Where's the chick who doesn't post a lot? Who posts every now and then? But every cute girl with a butt, you don't need to show your butt.
Yeah, we get it.
We see the butt in real life, you know?
Yeah.
It's not sexy to see narcissism.
No.
There's a difference between a girl who's playing a guitar and singing a song that she did and a girl in her bathroom lip syncing to a song and booty shaking dance in her fucking ghetto ass apartment bathroom. That's the less content. But more men and women showing the arts that they're doing, but less like, let me do this thing for likes instead of putting out something that I did organically that I want to show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what I feel with this too. Like, it's definitely you started it without any push from me.
Right.
I had my own podcast that I did a couple episodes of because like I wanted to do it.
Because you wanted to do it.
Yeah,
right.
and then you invited me and Ethan here, and we saw
led to another.
we saw like what at least I saw like
potential.
You're a fucking creative, passionate person, which
Thank
is
you very
like
much. Thank
that's exactly what content needs. And also, the other thing between us is like you don't hold back.
Right.
Like, which is, I think that's what makes us like broskies.
Broskies with the moskies.
Because I don't hold shit back either. Like, that's what makes this podcast this podcast.
Yes, it's gonna be. I really wanted whatever I always wanted to do, whether it was doing music, whether it was having friends. I've always tried to do what I think is the right thing to do.
Yeah, you're purist, just like what your mind says.
Yes,
like you don't think twice.
At the end of the day, when you look at your life resume, and to say that you did those things for the sellout or because you didn't want to offend 3 people in Omaha, like fuck the 3 people in Omaha. If I'm not a piece of shit, then what I'm doing is gonna be okay. You know what I mean? And I feel like a podcast. I like that people say it because even if you're not gonna make it something, this is a good vocal exercise to talk. To get your thoughts out. It's good for your mind, for your mouth, for everything. It's just really good. And I'm glad that because of this, I got to meet you. I've got to get to know more about some of my coworkers that have been awesome enough to just open up and kind of talk about their life. It's great. It's like I said, it's all fucking content, baby.
That's awesome.
And I know that a lot of people that listen, they're excited for the longer episodes because they're already caught up, dude.
Yeah. Hey, thanks to you. You who is listening right now and didn't skip to this point.
Yeah. You heard all the crazy shit we talked about before up to this. You're the real MVP.
Thank
dude.
you. Thank you.
And we'll continue
you matter.
To keep it going.
You're the reason that we continue.
And I'm excited about the more content. And to have the Instagram a little more jazzed up with stuff that we do. And I'm sure you're going to be invited to more things when you're going to be able to come here whenever you want if you ever want to kick it or when we have some things. And I think it'll be fun to do some more content. We get Ethan over here.
Absolutely.
And have him do a recap and check in with college. We're checking in with Ethan.
That's
going to be a fucking special
How
segment.
are we doing? We're going to have
Guys, I don't like it.
Listen, if we get sponsors, if we get some of you to like spread the word, share it. Clearly, if you're listening now, you care, you enjoy.
Like it.
Yeah.
You fucking like it. You know what this is.
And if your friends are similar to you, they might like it as well. So
and
like
if they just want to hate it,
hey,
no press is bad press, baby. We're living in the times
of fucking
Kanye West.
Get them ears flowing, you know?
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
You can skip 2 hours of music to listen 2 hours of this podcast.
Put down the fucking.
You don't need to listen to J. Cole on repeat right now or any 21 Savage. Just put that
Drake
aside
album's
for today.
still gonna be there.
Yeah,
it'll come Spotify. It's still there.
This is now.
This shit is queued up. It's ready to fucking
It's
go.
on Spotify and it's still gonna be there, but.
This will be there as well.
This is us as of right now.
Yeah. Episode 12 of the third.
If you listen to episode 12, if you're listening to episode 12 and it's like 2022 or whatever, this is not who we are anymore, okay? Something's changed. It's a bit late.
What? Yeah, and if you see us change, then let us know.
Yeah.
Bring us back. It's your responsibility to keep your friends on track, and you're all friends of mine.
So when we get to like episode 100,
oh, dude, when we do episode 100, listen. I'm gonna say it right now. When we do episode 100, I'm hoping that you're gonna be. How old are you now?
I am 18 and a half.
Okay, so when we do episode 100, we'll do it big. We'll do it awesome.
Yeah.
We'll do it somewhere fun, and we're gonna
prime
celebrate
shit.
like mother. Like,
Yeah. So
even if you're not illegal to drink, I'm gonna buy you one fucking beer.
let's think. So
one beer. Your mom's not listening to this show, is she?
No.
Thank God, because
She doesn't care enough.
if she, imagine your mom listening to this show, she's like, "Who is this fucking asshole?"
Oh my
talking about
God.
buying my son a beer?
Listen, you're just BSing though. Like,
Of course I'm BSing.
You're a father.
Yes.
And you fucking understand.
That's
like,
the irony.
my mom went through your Instagram and she's like, "What the fuck? He's smoking weed? What the fuck? Like, what kind of influence is that?" I'm like, I get it, but like you looked at the wrong Instagram. Like she didn't look at your personal. She looked
a
at
private
the
one.
she looked
at the third hole.
Your personal is private?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, she looked at the third hole and she's like, "What the
That's
fuck?" She's like,
one.
"What is this crazy shit?" I'm like, "Mom, he's actually a human though. Like, third hole is just this fucking creation, okay?"
Oh shit. You know what? At some point, I'm gonna get like a gift basket thing. I'm gonna make this white flag. I was thinking, you know what's really funny? I was thinking about this. I was like, at some point, I'm gonna have to meet Jason's mom, or I'm going to meet the parental units at some point.
My mom.
But I've always been really good with parents.
Yeah.
And, you know, hopefully Ethan will vouch and say that I'm not a scumbag as well. You know, she'll have other people, but I would never do anything with anyone, because especially now that I'm a dad, but I've also a younger brother. Like I would never want anything bad to happen. So when you become of age, then you know.
So let's think about that. Right now this is episode 12.
Okay.
I am 18 and a half. So 55 episode 50. How many months is there, or how many weeks is there?
Talking math right now.
So there's 52. There's 52 weeks in a year.
There's 52 weeks in a year,
which means 52 episodes from now, which is 64.
We'll have to go to Europe. We're gonna have to go to Europe.
60 in episode 64, I will be 19 and a half.
Yeah.
So
taking too fucking long. I'll be so drunk by the time you're ready to party. You will literally put the microphone on the floor.
How's this? So it's weird for me because you're older than me.
Yes.
Let me know, like, how do you feel about me being so much younger than you and I'm your co-host?
Well, as I grew up and kind of, you know, I had friends that were like sometimes younger, sometimes older.
Mm-hmm.
I've also had a younger brother.
Yeah.
And I've got nieces and nephews. To me, it's weird. To me, I'm like, me and you come from the same background in the aspect of a dad that pretty much wasn't. My dad was in my life by the time I was already who I was going to be. And I was already who I was going to be real young. Like, I came out the womb fucking kicking and screaming like, this is who I'm going to be.
Yeah.
So, you're going to be, you kind of already have your mold as who you are.
Yeah.
I've already told you that if you, like, when the time comes and it's okay, then like, obviously, what better way to help facilitate you, you know, coming into something like that, like than having someone older who would be able to help you, talk to you about that. Like I can give some advice on certain things that you'll come up to go through. But it is super weird when you do those comparisons of like, dude, when you were in high school, I was this, and I'm like, fuck, because I don't feel that time has gone.
Yeah.
by. I feel it in my hands and my fingers and my legs and my knees when I'm doing certain things. But when I look back, and maybe it's the drugs. It's just been a couple of quick fucking moments, dude. You know?
Yeah, I feel the same. Like, I feel like I've been me since I was like 11 or 12.
Right.
Like I hated school. I didn't want to fucking like pursue that. I wanted to pursue creative things.
Right.
You know, I was on the path to like not getting stuck in the rat race of 9 to 5s and stuff like that. That was very me at 12. I was like, I don't want to fucking go to school. I'm ready to be a creative mindset and do all these things.
It's always going to be insane for people that weren't thinking that way back then to be like, what the fuck, you're 12. You don't know anything. But, I mean, my brother fucking started smoking weed at 12 years old. The dude has been amazing at math. He's a fucking – he's like so close to being a journeyman plumber. my approach has been like the way that I grew up was unorthodox. The way that I always thought, the way that I always perceived things was unorthodox.
Yeah, me too.
How am I to tell Jason that at 18 he doesn't know doesn't know who he is? There are things that are going to change because the world will change. We'll adapt and change with it. But I think my core thing is the important thing. All humans that have their core values and their core perceptions, those things hopefully don't change. And if they do change, it's because serious trauma or events have made those
altered
change,
them.
you know? But I think for our listeners, it's going to be good to have a younger perspective and have an older perspective. I think that dynamic is good.
Yeah, and we get to capitalize.
Yeah. And a little bit of talking shit. And thank you so much for not being a soft belly with my sense of humor.
Yeah.
I've had coworkers that I've made cry, and you're just like, that's not what I want to do. Like, I'm a smartass, but I don't want to be an asshole. So it's gonna be easy. Like we can sit here and jerk each other off after the show, but let's wrap it up and say you guys are fucking awesome.
Thank you so much.
We're 2-something hours in, and I can already tell this episode's gonna sound way better than the last two.
Yeah.
We've hurt you guys with the last 2 episodes, but this is recompense.
We're getting there.
And 2019 is a better year. So from me and from Jason, thank you very much. Jason, is there anything you want to say before we end it tonight? Anything deep you had in your psyche?
Deep in my psyche. Yes.
No.
Tune in next week.
Yes.
And next week we should have another guest on.
Next week we should have a guest. Yes.
That will
spice it up a notch.
A little spice. Get a little spice.
We'll
figure out the 3 mic thing going on here. If you are not watching and you've just been listening on Spotify, good for you. Thank you. Thank you.
Keep doing that and tell friends.
If that's if you're driving or whatever, perfect. That's exactly what you need. Stay there. If you're just fucking around and you're in your room or whatever,
yourself a little bit.
We're on YouTube with this little guy. Hopefully that's still working.
You'll see. We're looking to do some video content too, which I think is gonna.
Yeah.
We're gonna get fucking rich, bitches.
Dude.
And as soon as you guys recognize that, it'll be even fucking better for us. Please help us.
I'm not about the money though.
I'm not either, but I'll take it.
But I'll take it.
I'll take the shit
definitely.
out of it.
Yeah.
Riley would love a Power Wheel.
Dude, that would be dope.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? Here, get my kid a Power Wheel.
That's
okay?
not. Listen. So, people, that's not the goal, but that would be delicious.
I'll post on Instagram him just rolling so smooth with.
I meant the money, but
the money. We're not here for money. I farted. We're not here for money. We're here for the likes. No, we're not here for the likes.
I'm here to get my creative content out. I'm here to help you do your passions. You're helping me to do mine. And
it's a win-win situation.
There's people that get to ride along on our journey.
We're bringing content to Southern Oregon, which Lord knows it fucking needs.
It needs it. Yeah. We're going to be Ty Burrell is from here.
Okay, who the fuck is that?
Ty Burrell, like the dad on Modern Family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So don't watch that. I don't watch that. Oh, yeah, fuck.
No, I'm just saying, there's not a lot of people from here.
We got Bruce Campbell.
We need to be the next people.
We're gonna be the next people.
And
it's gonna be all due to you guys. So thank you very much. It's episode 12 in the books. This is Dominic Jason from the Third Hole saying.
Thank you so much.
Check that out for the next. Tell people on Spotify. Let's go.
Tell everyone.
It's no excuse. The internet's here. It's 2019. It's gonna be a better year.
Peace.
Peace to the guys.